San Antonio's Sports Center.
San Antonio Spurs beat the Washington Wizards 139-130 last night. They're back at 500 at 6-6. How about Wemby? Put up 50 points, becoming the fourth youngest player in NBA history to do that. Spurs back in action at home tomorrow night against the Lakers. Mike McCarthy says wide receiver Jonathan Mingo will make his Cowboys debut on Monday night against the Houston Texans. Texans get Nico Collins back for that game.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Everybody doing okay today? Everybody survive? It's the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. Pledge is giving me a funny look. I just want to make sure everybody's okay. Apparently, San Antonio got rocked by a earthquake today.
Got rocked.
That's what it says. 3.7 magnitude earthquake rattles San Antonio Thursday afternoon. Did you feel it?
I didn't feel a thing.
Did you feel it?
There may be a reason for that. It apparently happened southeast of Pleasanton, according to that same story.
Well, wait a minute. Now, the tweet that I see rocked San Antonio and the surrounding area. So what you're saying, and what the article actually says, maybe rocked Pleasanton and the surrounding area.
Well, I think that's what they call clickbait.
Oh.
Maybe.
You wouldn't accuse News 4 of clickbait.
I'm not accusing anybody of anything, but that headline is extremely misleading, News 4.
Well, is it?
Yes.
It's rocked San Antonio and the surrounding area.
It rocked San Antonio.
Then you click on that Twitter deal, and then it said, did you feel it? Loaded question.
I didn't, but it says the earthquake occurred at 12:03 p.m. southeast of Pleasanton. So that wasn't even northeast of Pleasanton, closer to San Antonio. It was southeast of Pleasanton.
What is southeast of Pleasanton? Farmland? Is there anything southeast? Is there a cow that's tipped over? I mean, honestly, what are we looking for southeast of Pleasanton? Although it does say the quake could be felt as far north as San Marcos and Bernay and as west as Sabinal.
Really?
Yeah, that's what it says.
It could have been felt. I didn't feel a thing.
Well, it says could be felt. So somebody must have reported something in San Marcos and in Bernay and in Sabinal, I would think. Did anybody feel the earthquake? Anybody?
I'd like to know.
Me too, because, man, a 3.7 sounds massive.
I get. Is that massive?
Well, I don't know.
I have no clue.
I mean, Pledge, do me a favor and look up California earthquakes, and you see 3s, 4s, 5s, buildings, things rattling, this and that. I said earthquakes, not other things. But I mean, when you look at it, like, as many times as I've been in California, as many times as you've been in California, I've never felt the earth move. And I'm cool with that. I'm kind of glad that I've never experienced an earthquake. I've been there, and I've heard one has been reported, but I didn't feel anything.
Well, we did, as a matter of fact, not too long ago in Cabo, in Mexico.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we did. It woke us up. It was about, 5 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I told you this story.
It was the tequila talking.
No tequila, although I went right back to sleep.
Of course
I wasn't worried about it. But, it wasn't very long. It was maybe 5-10 seconds, but you could feel the earth move.
Really?
Yeah.
It woke you up out of dead sleep.
Dead sleep.
Drunk as hell.
I don't know how it woke me up out of that dead sleep because,
you were still drunk.
Yes.
You were in Mexico.
Yes, but my wife was upset by it. She had never been in an earthquake. So it kind of scared her, not to mention the fact we were on the 4th floor. So that,
I'd rather be on the highest floor possible if the building is going to fall.
I guess, but if you go down to Mexico, especially like Cabo, you see that all the buildings are made out of cement.
Yes.
They are. They don't build them out of wood.
Sure.
It's all cement. So I guess they're prepared for that and hurricanes.
Again, another reason why I don't want to be on the first floor in Cabo, because as the cement falls, you're, bug on windshield.
Well, nothing's going to happen. They're not going to fall.
No, I'm with you, except if they do, you're not going to know.
Well, that's true.
Unless you're on the highest floor possible. And if you survive that, you just have to climb down the rubble.
I was actually driving at 12:03, and I didn't feel a thing.
That wasn't bump.
I didn't get rocked.
You didn't get rocked?
Not at all.
You seem disappointed.
Well, I'm a little disappointed in that headline. For goodness sake.
I'm trying to figure out, because I was either already in the building or walking into the building around 12:03. I'm trying to think what time I got here today. Might have been just before noon. I didn't know anything. I didn't feel anything. I see that San Antonio got rocked by an earthquake. I'm just curious, did anybody actually get rocked?
What if our good buddy Don Harris wrote that?
No.
You don't think so?
No.
Well, he's a sports guy. You got to make it exciting.
Well, nobody, it just says by SBG San Antonio. So nobody is actually taking credit for this story.
Well, they shouldn't.
Well, somebody wrote it. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 whole paragraphs.
I would go for it and just say, hey, we didn't feel it. But when they tell me it happened southeast of Pleasanton, it didn't rock San Antonio.
Would you get Don Harris on the phone and ask him who wrote this? I'm out of curiosity. You're right. The tweet says earthquake reported in all caps.
Yes.
A 3.7 magnitude earthquake rocked San Antonio and the surrounding area Thursday afternoon. Occurred at 12:03 southeast of Pleasanton. Then you click the story, the headline, did you feel it? Now, if we all got rocked, do you really ask, did you feel it?
Well, no, if you get rocked, you should probably feel that.
You would know.
You would think so.
You would know.
Yes. Now,
does Ken's 5 have a story? Does KSAT? What are they saying? Does my essay?
Let's
see
that.
What the other TV stations are reporting.
Well, Gilberto on our YouTube page says his windows vibrated.
Really?
Yeah, and that's about all he says. Let's see. Windows vibrated, but he didn't know it was from an earthquake. Wonder what he thought it was.
Well, it depends on where he lives. See, now I live not far from a quarry that has explosions seemingly every day. Now, I don't know if they still do because I don't work from home anymore. But when we were doing the show from the house, from the kitchen table during the pandemic, every day at 3 o'clock, everything in my house would rattle.
It would rattle. Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. Same with me.
And then you kind of, over time, quit adjusting pictures and things on the wall every day because, the next day at 3 o'clock, they're all going to move. And so if that would have happened, like if I were home and felt that, I'd have thought, man, they exploded stuff early today.
Yeah. I don't think they maybe that quarry's still there, obviously, but I don't know if they're still blowing it up.
I don't know because I'm not at home at 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
For perspective, our 3.7 that rocked San Antonio and the surrounding areas in California doesn't even make the news, but they have one today, this morning, 3.1. They have one yesterday, 4.3, 3.3 2 days ago, 2.8 4 days ago, 3.1 a week ago. Doesn't even make their news, but there is reports of it.
All right.
Okay, now for all fairness to everything, as I'm on the Ken's 5 Twitter account, there's nothing.
They don't have anything.
There's nothing.
Okay.
KSAT says 3.6 magnitude earthquake reported near Pleasanton on Thursday.
Well, somebody's not telling the truth.
Ooh, conflicting reports.
3.6, 3.7, what the hell was it?
We're in the sports world.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Is it a 1-point loss or not? If that's a fantasy football score, that's a win, that's a loss. That point makes a difference. But KSAT, 3.6 magnitude earthquake reported near Pleasanton on Thursday. News 4 rocked a 3.7.
It rocked San Antonio. Did somebody check on the Alamo? Maybe the
that point
tower
makes the difference in the rocking.
Somebody needs to check some buildings around here.
All right, Emily Baucom, check in. Hell, Alamo still standing? We got rocked.
Oh, man. Yeah, did you feel it? No, I did not.
It's a loaded question.
Yes.
It's a loaded question. Anybody else feeling left out? We had a major earthquake that rocked San Antonio.
Well, define major, Minix, because apparently a 3.7 is not major.
Well,
now, for us, maybe it is.
I would think in San Antonio that would be major. In L.A., that'd be a day that ends in Y. So I don't know. I mean, if we've been rocked, you would think that would be major.
You would think that, and you would have felt that. Now, we have a poll up on our YouTube page right now.
Of course we do.
There are 17 votes at the moment. Did you feel the earthquake? 94% say no. Now, I'd like to talk to the other 6%.
Uh-huh.
Is that one person out of the 19 or 17?
That's math is hard. Can't be many. Can't be more than two.
Do you think the people that felt it are lying about it or say they felt it?
I mean, it could have been gas. You have no idea.
You think that's why Gilberto's windows were rattling?
I mean, it's possible. I have no idea.
Nobody felt this thing, but it rocked San Antonio.
Anybody? Pleasanton, check in. Check on your people in Pleasanton.
Uh-huh.
Especially the person southeast of Pleasanton.
Yeah, what is southeast? I need a map here. What is that?
It's a country. I mean, that's ranches. That's cows.
Well, it's got to be a little town over there, southeast of Pleasanton.
I don't know. I mean, I have no idea.
We'll call the Dairy Queen. They'll know.
Do they even have one? I mean, what really is southeast of Pleasanton, and how do you define it? Because they don't. Now, I'm 37 going to the beach. It's the only time I go through Pleasanton. So I have no idea, honestly, what is southeast of Pleasanton.
Well, Pledge has pulled something up here.
You're going to have to make that bigger for Joe.
Yeah, I have no clue.
Is there a town southeast of Pleasanton?
Doesn't look like it.
No, it's ranches. It's there's nothing down there. I mean, except for farms. There's some cows somewhere that went, what the hell was that?
You know any farmers?
I know a couple.
Southeast of Pleasanton?
Well, see, and that's it. I mean, I'm trying to think of people that I know that have land or hunting leases that might be down there, but 2 o'clock on what's today, Thursday, they're not going to know.
But it rocked San Antonio.
That's what it said.
Wow.
I feel all left out.
I do too.
Yeah.
McCoy seems to be the closest town.
Who?
McCoy.
McCoy. There's a town called McCoy.
Yeah, they're a few with the Hatfields, but it's fine.
Okay.
Got to be a
What
Dairy
is
Queen
the
in
mascot
McCoy.
of the McCoys? Do they have a high school?
I just want to know if they have a Dairy Queen. Don't
Or-
all small towns have a Dairy Queen?
Well, most. It's a Texas stop sign.
Of course.
I mean, you're not a real town if you don't.
Huh.
Who knows?
I don't know.
Well, I'm glad everybody survived.
Yeah, everybody feels left out now.
Our
Thanks.
phones are ringing off the wall with all the earthquake survival stories.
Yes.
McCoy does have an elementary school. Do they have a high school?
It may all one and be the same.
Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? Let's go from a McCoy to a McCarthy.
I love the way you pulled up McCoy and Colt comes up.
Well, I mean, Texas legend.
There you go.
McCarthy said something today that should have been said in Oxnard.
Yeah?
Finally, we're 9 weeks into the season. Finally, we have some clarity on one particular position with the Dallas Cowboys. Let's get into it. Coming
Clarity,
up
you say?
here on the Blitz, here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, we got a big football game tonight. It really should be a dandy. You got Washington traveling to Philadelphia. Big NFC East matchup. Perfect place to check that game out, the Golf Club of Texas. Head on down to the Golf Club of Texas. Make your plans now. You can go down there and have dinner and then drinks and watch the football game tonight. It's a great place to go, and they're going to stay open until that game is over tonight. Commanders and the Philadelphia Eagles tonight. Golf Club of Texas, best place to go watch that thing. And I tell you what, while you're there, make your tee time for this weekend. The weather's going to be fantastic, and then you can stay and enjoy the rest of the football, whether it's college on Saturday or pro football on Sunday, or head back out there on Monday night to watch the Cowboys and the Texans. Golf Club of Texas is a great place. You're going to walk in, you're going to think it's a country club, but it's not. It's open to the public 7 days a week. They offer some of the best course conditions in town. That is the absolute truth. They have done a ton of work out there, and it shows. It is a great place to go play golf. And the Tin Cup, I mentioned the food out there. It is fantastic. You can take the family out to the Tin Cup restaurant, get a great meal, and it's not going to break the bank. Golf Club of Texas, you know where it is. It's right there on Briggs Ranch Road off Highway 90. Whether it's for dinner at the Tin Cup, around with your buddies, your next tournament, the Golf Club of Texas is the place to be. Go check them out. Best rates are always online at golfclubtexas.com. That's golfclubtexas.com. The Golf Club of Texas, the friendliest golf course in Texas.
San Antonio Sports Stars 50K Pro Football Pick'em giveaway is back. Head to usasportstar.com and pick the winners of each pro football game every week to earn points for each correct pick. Highest points each week wins a $25 gift card to Mellow Mushroom. Highest points overall scores $1,000 worth of tickets from A Awesome Tickets. Pick the winning ticket of every regular season game. Win the grand prize, $50,000. This is an Audience National contest across multiple markets. The 50K Pro Football Giveaway. Register and win at sasportstar.com.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
My dad was from West Virginia, so he had a very distinct accent. And I met this guy. He was handsome and everything else, but he sounded like my dad. He left a voicemail message once, and my mom was like, "Your father called." And I was just like, "Yeah, I can't do that." Especially if I'm going to call you daddy.
The John Clay Wolf Show.
Catch the John Clay Wolf Show Saturdays from 9 a.m. to noon right here on San Antonio Sports Star.
All right, when it comes to getting life insurance for your family, a lot of excuses can get in the way. But ask yourself this: if something were to happen to me, who would pay the mortgage, the kids' education, and the other bills? Then forget the excuses and check out Ethos Life, the online, easy way to get life insurance in 10 minutes. Ethos has rates that you can afford, like a $500,000 policy for a 40-year-old male starting at $1 a day or $30 a month, with a few health questions and no medical exam. Get your free quote right now at checkethos.com. That's checkethos.com. Not available in all states. Rates do vary.
O'Reilly. You've got questions? O'Reilly Auto Parts has answers. Need a pro you can trust? We've got that too. No matter what you need, our professional parts people have the training and expertise to help you do things right. Deep automotive knowledge. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart. The professional parts people.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
The 149th Fighter Wing of the Texas Air National Guard is hiring both full and part-time positions with over 180 different career choices, including cyber, healthcare, communications, avionics, electronics, and more. The Texas Air National Guard offers a variety of ways you can serve. Earn education benefits that would cover tuition towards a bachelor's degree. To learn more, Google the 149th Fighter Wing. That's the 149th Fighter Wing of the Texas Air National Guard.
Time to start planning your Thanksgiving dinner, and that starts with the turkey. And the best turkeys are from Tri-County Meat Market. Tri-County gets their turkeys from Barber Farms in Colorado. These fresh, all-natural turkeys are never frozen and come between 8 and 24 pounds. Tri-County Meat Market only gets a limited number, so reserve your turkey before they sell out. Pre-order your turkeys and your pies from the Ultimate Cheesecake Bakery now at either Tri-County Meat Market location on Huebner Road or on Ralph Fair Road.
It's football season, and Uber Eats is dropping undefeated deals on all your game day favorites. This week, score buy one, get one free fries from McDonald's, only on Uber Eats. Craving even more? We've got you covered with game day deals on pizza, burgers, tacos, and more all season long. Uber Eats, official on-demand food delivery partner of the NFL. Order now. Terms, taxes, and fees apply. See app for details.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check the propane tank on your grill first, before hosting a tailgate.
Let's fire up. Here, let me try. Seriously? You didn't check the propane?
Who wants chips?
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds.
Salt and vinegar?
You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Choosing the right candidates for any office can be difficult.
My office has lots of drama.
I share my office. But no matter what kind of office you have, if you're hiring, you need ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter's powerful matching technology finds the most qualified candidates for your roles fast. So, for any kind of office,
I'm really going places in my office.
count on ZipRecruiter to find the right candidates for it. Try ZipRecruiter for free today at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
It's the Blitz with Jason and Joe on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. Trying to figure out what the hell is happening here in San Antonio with this earthquake.
Nobody seems to know.
No, very few people felt it. Those on our YouTube channel at least commenting, talking about windows rattling for a variety of reasons. None of which have anything to do with an earthquake. Again, News 4's tweet says that we got rocked. KSAT in News 4 calls it a 3.7 magnitude earthquake.
Okay.
KSAT's Twitter says 3.6 magnitude earthquake reported near Pleasanton.
That's different than 3.7.
Okay. So we got a 3.6, we got a 3.7.
Yeah.
Ken's 5 has no tweets at all about it. Let's see. Go over to the San Antonio Express News, at Express News. A magnitude 3.7 earthquake was reported in South Texas. Here's what we know so far. Okay, that was from at Express News. From at MySA, a rare 3.8 magnitude earthquake rattles San Antonio area town.
So it could be a 3.6, 3.7, or a 3.8.
Now, MySA has two different tweets about the earthquake. One tweet says, San Antonio area earthquake felt for miles across South Texas.
Miles.
The other one says, rare 3.8 magnitude earthquake rattles San Antonio area town.
Oh, my goodness. Rattles. We're rocking and rattling.
Yeah, exactly what we're doing.
Wow.
Now, when you click on the Express News article, it's 3.7, reported in South Texas. Earthquake was originally reported as a magnitude 3.6, upgraded to a 3.7 upon further investigation. But wait, can we get a 3.8? Can we get a 3.8? Here we go with the 3.8. Was centered in a far eastern part of Atascosa County, 11 miles east of Pleasanton, about 35 miles south of San Antonio. It occurred at 12:03. According to the U.S. Geological Survey Committee Internet Intensity Map, the earthquake could be felt as far away as San Antonio. However, only a few reports have been filed of people who reported feeling the earthquake.
Wait a minute. I thought it rocked San Antonio.
The earthquakes of this magnitude are often felt in the immediate area where they occur. However, they rarely do any damage. So far, no damage has been reported.
Well, I beg to differ on that because our good friend on Twitter, Garris Herndon, has a trash can knocked over.
Blame a cat.
And he says he's going to rebuild.
Or a raccoon.
Yeah.
I hope he's going to rebuild.
That's what he says.
This earthquake ranks as the 12th strongest earthquake ever to strike South Texas.
Wow. Huh.
So it didn't even crack the top 10?
No.
It rocked.
But top 15
San
pledge.
Antonio.
Top 15.
Huh.
Yes. Somehow disappointing. By the time the shock waves reached San Antonio and the Gulf Coast, according to my SA article, it was likely felt by several folks with the similar force of a passing truck.
Maybe that's why you didn't feel it in the car. You were passing a truck, and it just felt normal.
Maybe. But even if I'm on the street, a passing truck, does it rattle you? Does it rock you?
Well, it depends. If you're on the grill.
Well, yeah, if you get hit by it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
All
so
right,
we get
kids.
all this earthquake news, and then you're reading the Express news that the similar force of a passing truck.
I think that we've learned a lesson here, boys and girls.
We did?
Yes.
What?
Journalism 101.
Uh-huh.
Just tell the truth. Don't be sensationalizing stuff that you don't need to.
Oh, here we go.
Now, I can do that on this show because it's what I do.
Well, I was going to go, let's go Journalism 101. I think you buried the lead. You completely missed an article in your Sports Center at 2 o'clock.
I did?
Well, yes.
Oh, the earthquake?
No. The biggest news out of the Cowboys isn't some Mingo's going to be starting. It's that the Cowboys have decided at this point of the season that they do have an RB1.
Yeah, definitely got to get him the ball. I mean, that's my focus. Just continue to get him opportunities. He's the lead back, and I thought he had a really good first half, and I think that's really illustrated by, the attempts. Rico needs to touch the ball.
Yes, Mike.
On the 14th day of November, with a 3-6 record, the first time that the words "our lead back" uttered from head coach Mike McCarthy. No more of this running back by committee with a couple of old guys with nothing left in the tank. Nope, we've got ourselves a lead back.
So I'm hoping now that he's made that revelation, that he's going to hand the football to this young man, Rico Dowdle, often on Monday night. And let him try to get into some kind of a rhythm and go from there.
More than 12?
Yes.
More than 12.
He needs to double that at least.
24.
24 carries for Dowdle on Monday night.
Now, are you confident that he would get more than 20 carries in the game, or 24, as you say?
Well, I'm just saying that's what he needs to get. Now, whether he gets that or not remains to be seen.
It's mind-boggling that we're this deep into the season, and you finally have Mike McCarthy admitting that Rico Dowdle is the lead back, and yes, you've got to get him more touches, and yes, running back by committee is stupid. Just especially with the committee that they have. Rico has 83 carries on the season. The last two games, he's had 12 carries in each of them. He's gone for 53 and 75 yards, which is north of 4 yards a carry, 4.4 and 6.3 in the last two. But he also has, the Detroit game, he had five carries. 11 carries against the Giants, 8 against Baltimore, 7 against New Orleans, and 8 against Cleveland. He had 20 in the win over the Pittsburgh Steelers.
20 carries.
20 carries, 87 yards in that game.
Got to be at least 20 carries for Dowdle. You got to get the kid into a rhythm. And if you don't do that, and I'm talking early in this game on Monday night, you hand the football off to Dowdle. Whatever you got to do, you go to that offensive line, you say, fellas, all I want you to do is push those Houston Texans off the line of scrimmage and let Rico do his thing.
I'm curious.
Run the football.
Let me see if I can look this up real quick. Have the Cowboys had 24 carries in a game total?
Well, in that Pittsburgh game they had to have, right?
Sure, outside of that one, because that was the game where they actually did seemingly run the ball. I'm trying to think game by game, because Mike McCarthy, who fired Kellen Moore as the offensive coordinator of the Dallas Cowboys because he wasn't committed to the run, has been less committed to the run than Kellen Moore ever was. It's mind-boggling, but he uses the term, he's our lead back going into the 10th game of the season. This was a decision that could have been made in Oxnard and should have been made in Oxnard.
Well, it will be really interesting to see what he does, and that makes that game that much more interesting to me. You're going to run the football or you're not? Is it same old status quo? Will Cooper Rush play better? All of the above.
It's going to be interesting to see what Cooper Rush does on Monday night. when you think about what we have seen when Cooper Rush has played before, he is better, or we've seen him play. That was the worst game we've ever seen him play, right? Every time he's gone in, he's proven his worth as a game-ready backup quarterback. All right, Dak's going to miss some games. We're comfortable with Cooper Rush. That's, I think, part of the reason why he still has a job is what he did 2 years ago when he had a functioning run game, offensive line, and defense. But even when he came in against Atlanta, when Dak got hurt and had to leave that game, is that just adrenaline? I'm in. Let's go in. But they were also running the 2-minute offense all week to get ready, and that's what we got from Cooper Rush? I mean, you get another game like that, we might see Will Grier before long.
Wow.
I mean, why not?
Why not? Well, that Trey Lance guy has got to get some playing time, doesn't he?
I'm just guessing if Trey gets in there, then it won't be long before we see Will Grier.
Well, that's a good point. Always liked Will Grier. Cowboys didn't, though. Apparently, they let him go. Look,
and he's stuck on somewhere, so he's back.
I'm happy McCarthy said that, and I hope he follows through with it. And McCarthy's been saying he wants to commit to the run for 2 years now, and he still hasn't done it. Let's see if Monday night's the time he starts.
I mean, and maybe Mike McCarthy. But Mike McCarthy is a good coach. And you look at the last 3 years when they've won 12 games and the offense that they were running, the numbers that they were putting up, how has it gone that south for Mike McCarthy? It's like all of a sudden he didn't forget, but when you don't have an offensive line, and it starts there, and they don't have a good offensive line, and you don't have the receivers outside of CeeDee Lamb, and you don't have a functioning run game, obviously playing offense is difficult. But the fact that he hasn't even gotten creative with the offense to say, what do my players do well, and can we do that? Maybe with Cooper in at quarterback, he's going to be forced to say, all right, Coop, what are the 12 plays you like the best? And let's run those in the variations of each of those plays. You can't go with the full playbook. Even though Cooper might know the full playbook, he can't execute the full playbook, right? So I dumb it down and just go play football, because every one of those plays has 3 or 4 plays off of that base set. You got to be able to go run those.
Absolutely. We talked about that last week. And maybe they did dumb it down a little too much. What was it, 40 yards, 43?
Yeah.
Total passing yards. Look, I'll make it real simple for you. Mike, first down, Cooper hands the ball off to Rico Dowdle. Second down, Cooper hands the ball off to Rico Dowdle. Third down, was it 3rd and 7 now?
Well, I mean, Rico's getting 4 yards a carry.
Okay, there you go. So it's 3rd and 2. Third down, hand the ball off to Rico Dowdle. Pound the football. Run it.
Oh, and when you do that, assuming you pick up first downs on all of those plays, you eat up a lot of clock, and that limits the amount of time that C.J. Stroud and that Texas offense would be on the field.
Yes.
Dominate time of possession. Maybe we should send Mike McCarthy tape of, Army. Last week against North Texas, what'd they have the ball, 44, 43 minutes, something like that?
Yeah.
So you take that North Texas offense that's really good, and they don't get on the field, and you know what? They got 3 points.
I think that is a great idea. Will he do it, though?
No.
Because he talks a good game on a Thursday. It's great. Talking, Rico's the guy, and we got to get him the football, and then we come to game day, and it's like Cooper Rush on first down, little dink and dunk out to whoever.
He's trying to outsmart the other guy. I'm going to throw when they think I'm going to run it.
Well,
yeah.
He ain't outsmarting anybody.
Not this year. Not this year. D'Amico Ryans in that Texans defense coming in. All right, so looking at their runs this year, Cleveland, they have 25 rushing attempts. They won. 21 against New Orleans, 16 against Baltimore, 23 against the Giants, 31 against Pittsburgh, 17 against Detroit, 19 against San Francisco, 21 against Atlanta, and 24 against Philadelphia.
That's not a good way to establish a running game, is it?
Well, it's not, but, if they got this year, proven fact, if they have 25 or more rushing attempts, they win the game.
Well, or 23 against the Giants. So 20-plus is what you need to see.
Well, see, but they had 24 against Philly. They didn't win that one. So anything north of 25, they've won. They've only done that twice, and they won both of those games.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, they are 2-2. Nope, 2-3 with more than 20. So they got to get to 25. That's the magic number.
25.
Statistics, man. There's people that believe in that.
You can do it.
He's an analytics guy.
You can do it.
Read the numbers.
Wow.
Speaking of analytics, 3 points better than 2. Wemby's knocking down threes over the last 3 games at an incredible pace. What a game for Wemby last night. Let's talk about it. Coming up here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. If you're a business owner, a manager, a club leader, and you need your logo on any kind of gear, get into Sammy's Embroidery and Printing down on San Pedro. I know it's the middle of November and it hasn't gotten cold yet, but you know it will. Make sure you get into Sammy's and get your winter gear ordered before that first cold front arrives. First day it gets cold, you go in there, you're going to get your gear, but, it's not going to help you on that first day that it's cold. Plan ahead. You need your logo on jackets, half-zips, coats, hoodies, beanies, whatever winter gear you need, go see Sam. If you need caps, Sam has over 25,000 caps and more than 75 color combinations just waiting for your logo. And he's got all the popular cap brands like the Katie caps, Nike Cap America, the Richardson 112 style trucker caps in stock waiting for your logo. Over 700 uniform lines to choose from. Nobody has better prices, and Sam has all the big name brands like North Face, Under Armour, Eddie Bauer, Nike, Travis Matthew, Port Authority, to name a few. No order too big, no order too small. You need 1, a dozen, 3 dozen, 5,000, 10,000, whatever you need, Sam will get you taken care of. Call him 210-824-3900. 824-3900, or get into that massive showroom down on San Pedro, 1 mile inside Loop 410, next to Big Lots across from McDonald's, or check the website, samsembroidery.com, for Sammy's Embroidery Club.
The Morning Huddle.
I need the 120 megahertz. I hate the jiggle.
Well, no wonder your wife's mad. You're talking about the jiggle. You're okay with it in the bedroom, but not on the TV.
Well, I like jiggle now and again.
I like the jiggle.
You know what I'm talking about.
I like my TVs like I like my women. Jiggly.
See, you don't want to sell that to the women, though.
The Morning Huddle with AJ and Rob. Weekday mornings 6 to 10. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Guys, Underdog is the place to play if you're a sports fan looking to win money while you're watching sports. They've got all your favorite leagues, teams, and stars to choose from. You think Dak is going to have higher or lower yards than his stat coming up in this game? You can make money off that opinion at Underdog. Create entries with football, basketball, mix and match. You can do it all. They've even got college sports as well. I've been playing a lot of those college props. I think there is some money to be made in those deals. This week on Underdog, I'm looking at the Spurs. I'm going Wemby to go over on his rebounds. And guys, again, every sport is available on here. It's a blast, and it just makes the games more interesting. This season, they're running a special promo or bonus almost every single day. Profit boost, discounts, free picks. They're basically a sure thing. A player has to get higher than a half a point to get the win. All new users get a free pick. Download the app, sign up with the promo code Alamo, deposit now, and get up to $1,000 in bonus cash immediately. That's promo code Alamo. Must be 18 or older. Present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
Hey, this is Rob Thompson here for Prize Picks, my daily fantasy game, and it better be yours. It probably is. There's already 10 million people playing it. You better jump in. We're mid-season now, and this is the time to play because we know what to expect. We're fantasy players. We know if Jaden Daniels is going to go get it. We know if Dak Prescott's got it in him. We know if Pat Mahomes doesn't. That's why Prize Picks is so much fun. Your skill, your knowledge put to use, and there's free money. Prize Picks is the only real money daily fantasy platform with injury insurance so that your lineups stay in play even if your players get injured. If your player leaves in the first half and doesn't return, Prize Picks keeps your lineup live. They put their members first, too. All withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. When picks hit, you can get your money in as quick as 15 minutes. Download the app today and use code ALAMO to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code ALAMO to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, run your game.
Listen to this station anytime, anywhere on Odyssey. Odyssey is your new audio home for all the music, news, sports, and podcasts that matter to you. Odyssey. That's AUDACY.
Get Black Friday savings all month long at Ancira Nissan on IH-10 West. Lease this 2025 Nissan Sentra SV for just $186 per month for 18 months. Lease this 2025 Kicks SV for just $258 per month for 18 months. Come in today or check us out at AnciraNissanSA.com. Ancira Nissan, I-10 West between Wurzbach and Heidner.
If you're a bacon lover, boy, do I have good news for you. Hi, this is Mike Kilbasa, and we've just made our legendary dry-cured bacon available at H-E-B. This is bacon made the way it was made in the old days, with no water, no chemicals, just 4 simple ingredients and real hickory smoke. The result? A slow-crafted bacon with a bold flavor our fans know and love, now in a new package. Life is too short for watered-down bacon, so if you don't see Kielbasa dry-cured bacon at your H-E-B, ask the store manager or visit Kielbasa.com to find it at a store near you.
Don't let pain hold you back from living your best life. I'm Dr. Jason Garrett with Arasti. At Arasti, we're dedicated to providing fast, effective relief from pain. Whether you've been dealing with a chronic discomfort for years or have recently suffered an injury, our goal is to help you recover quickly. Our treatment is all natural, non-invasive, and covered by most insurance plans. With convenient locations nearby, relief is just a call away. Visit Arasti.com. That's AIRROSTI.com. Arasti, we fix pain fast.
This Thanksgiving at Total Wine & More, find bourbons and Cabernets that you adore.
With curbside pickup and delivery available and the lowest prices for over 30 years, you'll always find what you love and love what you find. Only at Total Wine & More.
Drink responsibly, B21. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home for Texas A&M football. Saturday afternoon at 6:30. The Aggies, coming off their second bye of the season, take on New Mexico State. Presented by Ewald Kubota and the Angry Elephant. Pre-game at 5:30 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. Got some Papa Roach tickets to give away.
All right. Papa Roach.
You have no idea,
Exciting.
do you? Mm-hmm.
No, I don't.
Under Oath is going to open.
Who?
If you want to go see Papa Roach.
Say Under Oath?
Yes. March 22nd at the Frost Bank Center. We've got a pair of tickets. Let's give them to caller number 9 right now. 210-656-ESPN. 656-3776. Caller 9, you're going to go see Papa Roach in March at the Frost Bank Center. If you don't win them, you can buy them at livenation.com. 210-656-ESPN. 656-3776. Papa Roach will rock Frost Bank Center March 22nd. Wemby was rocking the Frost Bank Center last night. He went for 50.
Well, I mean, he was knocking down threes early. The guy was just money. In the first quarter, he was knocking down threes and opening everything up. And I'll be honest with you, I'm like flipping around after that. I'm thinking this game's over. And I come back, and here's Washington right there.
All right, the good and the bad of last night's game, right? Is that where we're going with that?
Well, yeah.
I mean, Mitch Johnson actually summed it up best. I mean, he gets a big win, 139-130, filling in for Greg Popovich, sounding like Pop last night postgame.
A lot of guys played a part in the offense, and it was really good. It was really good. But, the defense let us down some. So it's tough when you score 139 points. Should not be that close of a game.
Yet it was.
Yeah, you gave up 130. Well, again, they built a big lead early, and then Washington comes back. The Spurs defense is less than
It sucks.
stellar.
Yeah. I mean, it sucked.
I mean, let's call it what it is, right? I mean, I'm glad they got the win. I'm happy for Wemby. 50 points, fourth player to do that. I think he's I guess one of the
The fourth youngest.
Fourth youngest to do it. So good for him. He played well. And some other guys chipped in also. But the defense was poor. And Washington was coming off a back-to-back. This was their second game of a back-to-back. So happy they got the win back to 600. Great for Wemby. But I think Mitch Johnson's right. I mean, they got to work on that defense because I think if it's anybody else not named Washington Wizards, Spurs might lose that game.
You mean a fairly good team would beat them?
A good team. I mean, they gave up 42 to Jordan Poole.
Yeah. I mean, and you look around, I mean, all but Chris Paul, all starters except Chris Paul were in double figures. CP3, not a good night, just 3 of 7 shooting. Finishes with 9 points. But really, Wemby was putting on such a show. I had Wemby in my pick-em entry last night at Underdog Fantasy, higher than 24.5. Talk about that thing turning green. He doubled it, scoring at 50. And he talked about getting 50 last night.
I mean, my first thought is eventually I want the rest of our performances, the rest of our games to overshadow this one. It's I want to make so that in the future it's just another one,
And he will. Look, I mean, that's the first of many for Wembanyama. I think those kind of numbers are going to be, few and far between. Not few. They're going to happen more often than we think, right? So just the way that he plays. And when he's shooting like he shot last night, by the way, he took 16 three-point shots last night, hit 8 of them. A lot of those were early on in the game. But, I mean, that's just the way the kid plays. He's going to score, and he's going to score big numbers.
We're 12 games into the season, and the Spurs are 6-6. I saw a tweet from Jeff McDonald. I don't think they got win number 6 last year until January.
Mm-hmm.
So well ahead of their pace from a year ago. But it does create an interesting debate when it comes to the way Victor plays. Because he was making threes last night. He made 8 of them. That's 3 straight games where he's made at least 6 3-pointers. He was 18 of 29 from the field, 8 of 16 from 3. And I know Spurs Twitter can be a cesspool at times, but there is such a debate there on whether Wemby should be taking that many threes or should he be playing closer to the basket for higher percentage shots. And I'm kind of mixed on this. His game, he's a taller version of Kevin Durant. I think he takes too many threes, but I'm not against him. But I do want to see him more involved in the offense to where the shot percentage is higher, where you're more efficient than threes. But I know today's world of basketball, 3 is better than 2. You got to be a volume 3-point shooter.
Yeah, and look, the Spurs were moving the basketball well at times. They just still haven't put 4 quarters together, and I think that's what, if you're channeling Greg Popovich, you're going to hear him say that. Mitch Johnson saying as much. The offense was fine, the defense not so much, and you don't want to have to count on scoring 139 points every night to get W's because more times than not, well, it's not going to turn out too well.
Well, what I do like about last night's game, and obviously they won the game, so I like that. So let me rephrase that, what I like about last night. They won. Victor took 29 shots last night. The next closest was Devin Vassell at 14. None of the other starters were in double-digit shots last night. The Spurs were getting their best player the ball, and he was shooting the basketball and not passing up looks. And for the most part, I wasn't mad at any of his shot selection either. I mean, it was just such a good flow, and quite frankly, that has a lot more to do about Washington and their piss-poor defense as we talk about the Spurs. But in reality, and with Jeremy out with the injury, how many times early on before Jeremy got hurt, why is he taking more shots than Wemby? Devin Vassell, again, 24 minutes last night as he continues to come off the bench. 5 of 14, struggling, but you kind of expect that at this point. But, Wemby should have the most shots on this team, and then probably Devin. the other ones are getting their shots when it's coming in the flow of the offense, and I really like the ball movement that you did see last night.
I did too, and Devin Vassell had a lot of wide-open looks, and he just didn't knock them down. So I think those will go down, and they're happy to have him back. I'm happy that Devin Vassell's back in the lineup. But again, how many times do you see a basketball team, I don't care who it is, and their star player scores 50-plus, and they lose? I mean, because the rest of the team is not contributing. And so I'm afraid that if the Spurs get into this, I'd rather see Wemby score about 24, 26, and dominate like that and get everybody else involved than score 50 points. Everybody's excited about it, and we should be, because he just shows what he can do. I mean, the guy's a hell of a basketball player, and I don't think we've even scratched the surface. But in a game like this, Wemby should lead the way. 25 to 30 points a night, that's great. Clean the glass the way that he does, and I think the Spurs will have a lot better chance than him going off for 50 night in and a night out.
And again, I think part of that, the 8 3-pointers certainly helps that, but it's kind of like Giannis. The Bucks beat the Pistons last night by a touchdown, and Giannis had 59 points in that 127-120 Milwaukee win. And it's rare that you're going to see a 50-piece, right? You just don't see those all the time, although we had 2 in the NBA last night. And when a guy is hot like that, man, keep feeding him.
Sure.
Keep feeding him. I'm mixed on this because I don't want to take the 3 out of Wemby's arsenal because he does that so much. But in the last 3 games, you have no argument. But over the course of an 82-game regular season, is he or should he be taking 16 threes? I'd like to see the majority of his shots coming from in the paint area, just higher percentage shots that you've got a better chance of making. I mean, of all the numbers last night that you look at, let me pull that box score back up. The one that surprised me most is he had 6 rebounds.
That's it.
When you're that tall, I would think that, and if you're playing near the basket, the rebound, you're just going to collect 10 just because he's a walking double-double. He should get 10 rebounds a game, and he had 6 last night. 5 defensive rebounds and 1 offensive rebound. He needs more than that.
Yeah, he does. And you can see where Jeremy Sohan is missed.
Yeah.
Right? Just defensively when it comes to that, because the defense wasn't good last night. Not at all. They had a chance to completely bury the Wizards a couple of times in this game, and they would allow Washington just to get back into it. So the defense has got to step up. Not only that, Jason, I think this team has still got to figure out to learn how to win. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I mean, they're 6-6. I'm happy about that. I'm thrilled, as a matter of fact. But they've still got to learn how to win. They've got to learn to put teams away and not let a team like Washington sneak back in. I mean, they let Washington score 39 points in the fourth quarter last night. 39 points in the fourth quarter. You can't do that.
Well, that's it. Outscored in that fourth, 39-31.
Right.
Right? I mean, and let's face it. I mean, you're watching that game. Wemby, CP3 on the bench. They looked like they were done, and Mitch was like, you guys have to go back in and close this thing out.
Exactly.
I mean, and that's a problem, right? I mean, it looked like their night was done kind of early. I know they started the fourth quarter, and then when they went to the bench, I didn't think we'd see them again. And you cruised to an easy win, and Mitch Johnson had to say, all right, guys, get back in there and close this thing out.
That's always the worst thing you could do, right? So we'll see. Look, the Lakers are coming in here tomorrow. They're hot. I think they've won 3 in a row. LeBron James was spectacular last night. I will give him his flowers because he was fantastic last night.
He's that good.
He is. So, they're coming in here. You can't play defense the way the Spurs played defense last night and expect to beat the L.A. Lakers. Ain't going to happen.
That you can't.
I don't care how many points Wemby scores.
That you can't do. It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. We've got Thursday night football tonight. Going to be a good one, too.
Should be.
Yeah. Washington and Philly, a game you can listen to here on 94.1, brought to you by Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer. Pregame gets going at 6:30. It's also a quick reminder for everybody to get to sasportstar.com to get your picks in for the Pro Football Pick'em Challenge. Game 1 tonight. If you haven't played all season, no worries. You can play today because weekly winners get that gift card over to the Mellow Mushroom. At the end of the year, the local grand prize winner gets $1,000 worth of tickets from A-Awesome Tickets. Can't win if you don't play. Get your picks in at sasportstar.com. And you could be like Joe and have a crappy week. Okay, this week you might be in the running for a gift card. It's week to week.
Had a great week. Had 9 wins. How many did you have?
11.
Oh,
or 12.
Baloney.
Something like that.
Baloney.
Yeah, baloney.
Baloney.
I'm on the leaderboard. Are you?
Yeah.
No.
I think everybody's on there.
No. Everybody, when you go to your own account, your numbers are down at the bottom, and then you can see just how far away you are. Yes. Like Pledge is tied for 4th, and I'm tied for 5th. Am I on the leaderboard on yours? No, I'm 1 behind Pledge.
1 behind him.
1 behind Pledge.
I'm going to look.
Well, you
right
can go
now.
look all you want.
I'm going.
Get your picks in.
38.
I already did.
Pledge is what?
It's tied for 38th.
38th.
Wow.
I just made that up, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I see that.
I didn't, because I was thinking it wasn't that good.
I was going
Wow.
I was going with Pledge. You see that?
I know.
Shouldn't
Well,
have.
I was thinking Joe's doing better than I thought if he's tied for 38th.
It was a Jared Goff stat.
Yeah, exactly. Just put that there on Twitter. Aaron Rodgers will read it.
He will.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan Eagles, 38th.
Yeah.
You see that?
I'd be surprised if you're in the top 100.
Come on.
I think he's a bum.
Mm-hmm.
Who, me or Aaron?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
You know, it's a day that ends in Y. And I know a couple of you on YouTube love good poop stories. And boy, do we have one coming up here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You're riding with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6. KTFM Floresville. And everywhere at sasportstar.com. 1, 2, 3, Cowboys! South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Monday night at 7:15. The Cowboys take center stage hosting the Houston Texans for Monday Night Football.
I like this kind of party!
Pregame starts after the Blitz at 6. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds and Ewald Kubota.
This is all cooking. How about them Cowboys?
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
All right, gentlemen, this is Emmett Smith on behalf of Depend, and I've got the perfect play. Run straight to your doctor's office for a life-changing kit. Because when prostate cancer is caught early, it's up to 99% treatable, and 1 blood test might be all it takes. And now through November, Depend is donating to the Prostate Cancer Foundation for select purchases. Talk about a great play.
From September 1st to November 30th, Depend is donating 40 cents to the Prostate Cancer Foundation for Depend Shield Guards Real Fit products purchased in the U.S. up to a maximum of $300,000 void in Mississippi.
Flight by Yingling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass. Raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling and Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
If you're a man and you live in or around the San Antonio area, you need to listen to this message. Do you find yourself stressing about or even avoiding intimate moments? Do you find yourself thinking, is it going to work? Does your partner look at you and ask, is it me? Did I do something wrong? Do you get frustrated when things don't live up to their expectations? Men, you're not alone, and we have a solution. For over a decade, Mojo has delivered 100% guaranteed male performance results. Mojo truly works every single time. Guys, Mojo works when all other things fail, and its proprietary formula has helped thousands of men live their best lives again. Yeah! Mojo is 100% natural, blood pressure safe, diabetic friendly, and fast acting. And Mojo is now available in both spray and capsule formulas, exclusively at Pure Line Nutrition. Call Pure Line Nutrition in San Antonio today at 210-494-2210. That's Pure Line Nutrition, 210-494-2210.
TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine is excited to announce a partnership that is revolutionizing access to care for orthopedic patients. The HURT app provides free 24/7 access to orthopedic expertise. HURT is the app to have before you need it. Don't wait for an injury to happen. Download HURT now for free, fast virtual access to orthopedic specialists. The HURT app is available online in the App Store and Google Play. Learn more about the HURT app and the OrthoNow Injury Clinic at TSAOG.com.
An accident or injury can derail your life in an instant, leaving you struggling to pay for medical bills and daily expenses. At Thomas J. Henry, we believe every Texan deserves justice, no matter their financial situation. That's why we offer our no-win, no-fee promise. You don't pay us unless we win your case. We know how difficult recovering from an accident can be. Let us handle your case while you focus on getting better. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. San Antonio, Texas.
When there's work to do, ground to break, and a reputation to uphold, you need the powerful, durable Kubota RTVX, North America's #1 selling diesel utility vehicle. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 60 months or save up to $1,000. Now through December 31st. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
From the Gulf of Mexico to the hill country of Texas, Ewald Kubota is your Kubota dealer.
Awesome Tickets is your personal ticket broker. Big games, big concerts, big events. Need tickets? Stay local and call Awesome Tickets. Stop paying all those crazy fees on ticket apps. Awesome Tickets has your tickets for all the sports, concerts, any city, any event. Avoid the ticket app fees. Since 1994, Awesome Tickets is local and veteran-owned. You deserve Awesome Tickets. Call 210-226-5136 or online at awesometix.com. That's awesometix.com.
NCE General Contractors, based in San Antonio, is one of the fastest growing nationwide general contractors with a focus on commercial new construction, design build projects, building renovations, tenant finish outs, site upgrades, and building maintenance. NCE President Brian Ehrlich's a former Madison quarterback and proud to support high school football in San Antonio, building relationships first and buildings that last. Learn more about NCE General Contractors online at ncegc.co. That's ncegc.co.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part? They accept Discover.
Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right, so we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Cowboys head coach Mike McCarthy says wide receiver Jonathan Mingo will make his Cowboys debut on Monday night against the Houston Texans. He also said that Rico Dowdle will be the #1 running back. How about that? Speaking of which, the Texans, they're going to have their top wideout, Nico Collins, back Monday against the Cowboys. And Cowboy fans, if you're hoping for Deion Sanders, well, Sports Illustrated says that prime time, probably not going to be the next coach in Dallas.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. Thursday afternoon.
It is. Great Thursday afternoon. We had a little cold front come in last night. Seemed a little chilly last night.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. We had an earthquake today, too. I didn't notice.
Well, that too. The high today was, according to Alexa, was 77.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
That's what Alexa told me this morning.
My phone today says right now it is 77. We've reached the high.
How about that?
Only get worse from here.
Well, we'll see.
Thank goodness.
So maybe it'll get a little cool tonight.
Well, I mean, and look, tomorrow night we got playoff football, and we might have football weather.
Perhaps. Next week, I think.
Well, but for tomorrow night, at least kind of cool. It will actually be Frito Pie-ish weather, if you will. Reagan Brennan, our game of the week, energized by Hill Electric, Frost Bank, and NCE General Contractors. Our first and only playoff game for our game of the week. And, man, this is a matchup that should be for the regional finals. It really is a shame this one is in the first round.
You know, that happens, and it's happened quite a bit lately. You have these good first-round matchups, and a really good team gets knocked out and is done. That should be a good football game. No offense, Reagan, but that Brennan team is good.
Yeah, except for the one loss Brennan has this year was to that Reagan team.
That was like 3 years ago, man.
Or
Come on.
August 31st. It feels like 3 years ago. You know, the sad part for, well, Reagan, Brennan, you get this also with, I mean, Johnson and Taft, they play tonight. They're like, let's just get this one out of the way. You know, Johnson wins tonight. They'll get Lake Travis next week because Round Rock has no shot against Lake Travis. And the Reagan-Brennan winner gets Austin Westlake in round 2.
Wow. That's always tough.
Mm-hmm.
Well, good. High school football playoff action. Going to be fun.
Absolutely, it's going to be fun.
Do they have Frito pie at Ferris?
They better.
I'm just wondering.
I mean, I would imagine.
Plenty of warning right now, Ferris folks.
It will be the final Frito Pie Friday for us, and then I'll publish my rankings. It's kind of nuts, all the messages I get, like, when are you going to put out your rankings?
Yeah.
People are very interested. People might be very surprised.
We got a lot of foodies.
Yeah, we do.
Listen to this program.
And Frito Pie is a foodie.
It certainly is.
Yeah. Just got a tweet from Danny.
Danny.
Yeah, Danny, at Granola CC, whatever that means. Death Taxes and at Jason Minix on the radio in the afternoon in SA. Good to be back in town. It's given me an idea because Danny's got a picture of his radio.
Yeah.
And it's on 94.1. But I'm looking at his presets, and they make no sense to me. So now I'm curious. And from what I could tell in that photo, 94.1's not on a preset. So is that a rental or what? But we've got some Creed tickets to give away.
Creed?
Yeah, Creed tickets to give away for Friday night up in Austin at the Moody Center.
Like tomorrow night.
Is that Friday?
It is.
It is. So
it
yes,
is a Friday, yes.
It is.
Is it the Friday?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's the Friday for the, November 15th at the Moody Center in Austin.
Okay, that's tomorrow.
What it says here on my sheet.
All right.
And I know the show is tomorrow night in Austin because it's Friday night and I can't go. Although I probably wouldn't because North Texas, UTSA is Friday, Lakers are in town. There's a lot going on tomorrow. But if you want to go see Creed in Austin. It ain't Bob Dylan. Stop. Although in Austin, if you want to go there and get higher, it probably makes a lot of sense for a variety of reasons.
Absolutely.
But seeing this photo from Danny, I've got an idea. What I want you guys to do to win these Creed tickets is take a picture of your radio dashboard showing where 94.1 is on your preset. And then take that photo and send a direct message to us on Instagram, at SA Sports Star on Instagram. That's all you have to do is take a picture of your radio. And if you're only a YouTube type, that's fine. Take a picture of YouTube. However you're listening to us, take a photo of that and send us that photo on Instagram, at SA Sports Star. Now, you got to be following at SA Sports Star as well on Instagram. So do that. Ryan will pick a winner. Let's do this until, 5:30 because Ryan doesn't like to work at 5:31. So we'll do that up to 5:30, and somebody is going to go see Creed.
Ryan's working hard today, man. He's already had a poll up, and now he's got to, see people's presets.
I took a poll.
Poor guy.
I mean, he can see other things. Presets aren't bad.
Presets are pretty good, yeah.
Yeah.
So do that. We haven't done that for a while since we changed to 94.1.
Exactly.
So I like it.
And I'm looking at this, Danny's got us, but I'm like, man, this guy's all over the place with his radio taste.
Well, more important, if that is a rental, put all of them on 94.1. Every single preset on 94.1. You turn that bad boy back in, and whoever gets it next knows that's the station to listen to.
You know who's playing with Creed for that concert?
Who would that be, Pledge?
3 Doors Down will be opening for him.
Oh,
Three Doors Down.
Yeah.
Okay. I've actually heard of them.
No, you've heard of Three Dog Night. That's different.
Well, Three Doors Down, too. Three Dog Night, yeah. Good band. Good band. Three Doors Down.
Yeah.
I've actually heard of them. Couldn't tell you what they sing, but I've heard of them.
Mm-hmm. Let's do the headline blitz.
This is Jason and Joe's Headline Blitz. Two guys, two opinions, never enough time.
We've got another poop story.
We're talking poop?
Fair warning.
All right.
Well, you know, in that Texans-Lions game, there was that dude for Detroit who you could just tell things weren't going well, right? He claims he sat in Gatorade. On the New Heights podcast, Jason and Travis Kelce say BS on that. And then Jason Kelce told us a horrific story.
Poopgate. Woo! Lions linebacker James Houston went viral this week after allegedly his pants on the field.
Yeah, this is rough. This is why I hate white pants. This is one of the reasons I hate white pants. I would like to say that I have not ever done this. And luckily, I haven't been out there during a game and done this before. But listen, sometimes, you know, you're exerting a lot of effort on the field. And if you get caught in the wrong type of gut situation.
Nah, dude, what do you mean? If he said it right here, hey, y'all, I sat on some Gatorade.
Come on. Dude, Travis, you and I both know he ain't said on no Gatorade. Not in that exact specific spot. We all know what that is. And he has nothing to be ashamed of. I am here to have your back, James. I have done this. What? Dude, I did this before a game once.
Here we go.
What is this,
and
high
I
school?
felt, you know, like when you shart and you know that there's a possibility something just came up, but you're not certain.
You got white pants, you got to get off the field.
I turned, and I'm not going to announce names. I turned to my buddy, my O-line friend, and I was like, hey, can you check me? Because I think I might have myself, right? And he checks me. He says, you're good. I go out for warm-ups, do the whole warm-ups. Lane comes up to me after warm-ups. He's like, hey, you guys all up and down your pants right now. So in between warm-ups and the start of the game, I
seep through.
I keep my shoulder pads on, take off all of my all of my lower half.
All of it.
Get in the shower and showering.
Oh, that's funny as you felt that nasty. You had to
dude,
yeah.
it was disgusting.
Yeah, I get it.
But yeah, this is not the first time it's happened. I know many players that this happened to. It could potentially be Gatorade. I think it's probably highly likely it was a shart that went awry. Because it's just this white pants, man. It's risky.
Well, white pants, yellow pants, that wouldn't be good.
Yeah, ban all white pants, though.
Right? No, well.
Well, I mean, for that very, I mean, yeah, I mean.
Dude, I'm surprised, and it probably does. I'm surprised it didn't happen more often.
Well, sure.
You know, especially some of the hits these guys take, I'd be pooping all over the place.
They would knock it out of you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Have you ever done that?
No.
Are you lying or are you telling the truth?
Probably lying.
Yeah, you are.
I mean, if you guys want to hear the best I pooped my pants story, Google George Brett.
Yes.
And that story is just legendary. And according to George, he does that, I don't know, at least 2-3 times a year, whether he needs to or not.
I mean, think about it. If you're like, say, Saquon Barkley tonight, poop your pants right before you get a handoff. Who the hell's going to tackle you?
Well,
I mean, seriously, right? Somebody knock you down, you have that oozing all out the pants, and it's like, I'm not going to tackle that dude anymore.
Oh, what if you fall on his backside, like face first?
Right? And then it splatters all in your face mask.
Stop.
Pink eye.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, think about that. That's good strategy,
let's
Cotton.
not.
Happened to me once at Port Aransas.
Port Aransas.
It's spring break, and we're just changed to go out for the night. Probably going to Sharky's, and I'm setting up to pee. You know, usually when you pee, you have
you fart.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
In this case, it wasn't a fart.
I haven't thought about BM in a while.
And I'm like, what do you do? And we're going out, so I I went commando the rest of the night. Yeah, those drawers went in the trash can.
In the bathroom?
Yes.
At the bar you were at?
No, we weren't even at a bar yet.
You didn't shower and change, or you just didn't have extras because you were there for the weekend trip?
Well, I had extras, but we weren't. It was like a festival we were at. It was like something out. We weren't at the place we were staying.
So you had to.
I had to just go commando.
In a porta potty?
No, it was actually
Never mind.
This was a long time ago.
Obviously.
Suffice it to say, it's happened. And I don't trust them now.
And you were at Sharky's or Shardy's?
Now, what? I wasn't quite to Shardy's yet, but that urinal turned into that. It was embarrassing, and you kind of look around going, geez.
Anybody see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always bad when you got a turd playing peekaboo with your underwear, man.
Well,
you gotta be careful there.
Dude, when it's that, there's no turd. It's all liquid, baby. It's no turd. So, yeah, there's no peekaboo.
That means you had too much beer, man.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly
the
what
beer,
it was.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, I feel your pain, Jason and Jason.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, we have to do this Bronny James story.
Oh, you're going to do Bronny. You're going to skip
Bronny has earned it.
Well, we can talk Bryson too, and but this Bronny James thing.
All right, tell me.
I mean, is this ridiculous?
Tell me.
Well, he's going to the G League, right?
Yeah.
Well, guess what? They're not going to make Bronny travel. He's just going to play home games. Is that
Bronny
the most ridiculous thing you've ever heard? And he didn't say why. Maybe it's because LeBron doesn't want him going out after dark.
Oh, stop.
I mean, that's how ridiculous.
He's not good enough, and they don't want to take minutes. And
he's playing in the G League, for goodness sake.
And what I said is still true.
Well, then he shouldn't be there if that's the case.
But he is.
Bronny has earned it.
Dude, I've never heard anything like that in my entire life. A guy playing with a team, and you're only going to play home games.
When I first saw that, I thought, I wonder if he got arrested and part of his probation is he can't leave a certain radius.
No, that's not the case.
So the Lakers are putting him on house arrest.
Yes.
You're only allowed to stay and play home games.
You can only play home games. You're not going to travel.
You know, the truth behind all this, and I don't know if this is true or not, but it makes sense. The travel in the G League is not up to the Bronny James standards. He can't stay at a hotel that has a door that opens up to a parking lot.
Okay.
Or travel on a bus.
And you know what? That makes perfect sense.
I mean, as ludicrous as it sounds, I mean, remember when Michael Jordan was playing AA baseball? Yeah, he changed all the rules for that team, but he paid for it.
Oh, he did?
Yes.
And LeBron could do the same thing for what do they call them?
The Bay City Lakers or whatever, Bay Area, South Bay, Green Bay, Yellow Bay.
Dude, I have never heard anything. And I can't believe people, this is okay with everybody?
Oh, look at that. You got a new poll.
I mean,
Bronny has earned it.
This is okay with everybody.
No, it's not okay with anybody, but the Lakers are doing it, and that's all that matters.
Well, it doesn't make any sense, and it doesn't do Bronny any good.
Well, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, sure.
How's the kid going to get any better if he's not? And how's he going to develop
Bond
with his
teammates? Because he's a future Laker. He's not going to be playing with those guys forever. He's going to be playing with Daddy.
Future Laker.
Because he's earned it.
Yeah.
Bronny has earned it.
He's earned it.
I can't believe there's not an uproar over this.
Well, how do you know there's not?
Well, there should be. I don't hear it. You sound like you're perfectly fine with it.
I don't give a damn about what they're doing in the G League or about Bronny James and his travel.
Are you a basketball player or are you not? Or are you just daddy's little boy?
I mean, yeah, he's both. By definition, both of those things are true. He is LeBron's little boy. And he is a basketball player.
I've never heard anything like that.
He's a second-round draft pick.
And you know what?
Here we go.
If you play with this guy in the G League or anywhere else for that matter, home games, I hope you knock him on his ass multiple times. And let's see him cry and go whine to daddy.
Bronny has earned it.
Well, that's daddy. Unbelievable to me. I honestly,
it is ridiculous, and because they don't give a reason. If they were to come up with some kind of reason, and good Lord, the only one I can think of is the travel standards aren't up to his.
On.
I mean, because if it were health-related, he wouldn't be able to play anyway. And it's certainly not he can't fly because he's got a private jet. I mean, that's the only thing that makes sense. But quite honestly, he's not good enough. They've been saddled with this guy, and they're trying to get everybody else NBA ready, and they don't have to do that with Bronny.
Well, perhaps, but I think they're doing the kid a disservice. If you want him to get better, he's got to play basketball.
They are. And again, there is enough sick people in this world. Maybe there are some security issues at the G League level, and somebody whose family is a billionaire, maybe they can't protect them. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, then maybe he ought to go be a banker or something, or go do something else where he's protected.
I mean,
LeBron goes on the road.
He does, but the NBA security is different. And you look at like Arch Manning, and you can find plenty of videos around this. But Arch Manning is royalty and tied to a lot of money. And if you noticed that there's a cop that walks Sark off the field, and there's a cop always around Arch Manning leaving the field. Not Quinn, not all the other guys, but with Arch. Some of those guys have extra security. Who's the famous soccer player? Ronaldo. He's got a couple of security guys on the sideline. Messi does. Maybe there is something like that he's a target because of his money.
I think the Lakers can afford bodyguards.
I'm sure they can.
LeBron certainly can.
I would be if
you're
Bronny, you'd be embarrassed that this came out.
You should be embarrassed.
Yes, that I agree with.
You should be. And LeBron should be embarrassed. LeBron didn't come out that way. I mean, the guy earned what he's got and what he's done.
I'm proud of you, Joe. I'm proud of you.
Why is that?
You got a poll right now on our YouTube channel that's 50-50 with 16 votes in the last 2 minutes.
Well, you know what? I want to know all those people. The poll question is, do you think Joe is a Bronny hater?
Bronny has earned it.
And there's 50% of the people think I'm yes. I just want to ask all the 50% that voted yes, you're okay with this? That's okay with you?
I voted yes, and yes, I'm okay with this.
Why are you okay with that? Explain it to me.
Because it doesn't matter.
It does matter.
It does matter, though.
It
That's
does
the problem.
Matter. Of course it matters.
Does matter.
It's ridiculous. I mean, who's next? Cooper Flagg, maybe he doesn't want to travel with whatever team he goes on.
Where was this outrage for Keldon's brother? He's been taking up a G League spot for a long time.
Yeah, but at least he travels.
What about Giannis's brothers? I mean,
what difference does it make? Are you a basketball player or you're not? And apparently he's not.
But we do know he'll be at home with the roof over his head.
Well, good for him.
Yes. Because that's, I mean.
I hate for little Bronny, to go out in the world and experience life. Dude, I'm surprised LeBron let him go to USC, as dangerous as that place is.
Well, I'm sure he had an armored car taking
him
there and out. Because once you get to USC, it's spectacular. Getting there is the issue.
It doesn't even, and Fred Cassar, it's nepotism. This has nothing to even do with that. It's you're going to play basketball or you not. I've never heard of anything like this, and it really pisses me off.
I couldn't tell.
It's just unreal.
It really is. It's comical, and the fact that they don't give a reason, and even if they did, would it be a reason that
there is no reason
we would buy?
There's no reason,
and that's the thing is like there's got to be a reason, and I wish they would just say, you know what, we can't cut him because we signed him to a contract, but we don't have to take him with him. We're going to save that per diem money. It could be that simple. I mean, because he shouldn't be in the NBA. There's only one team that was going to draft him. I don't even know. He could probably find a place in Europe to go play, but not at one of their higher leagues because he's not there yet.
He may have to travel.
Well, he would have
if he
to travel.
goes to Europe.
Yeah.
I've never heard anything like that. I can't believe that people are okay with that. It's just unreal to me.
I honestly, I don't know who's okay with it. But at the same time.
Pledge!
Well, because he doesn't care. He's not okay with it. He doesn't give a damn. There's a difference of being okay with it or I don't give a damn. And I'm at the I don't give a damn.
Well, look, I mean, at the end of the day, I don't give a damn either. But the problem is that, I mean, he actually thinks he can be an NBA basketball player.
Yeah.
So if daddy's not playing with him, If he makes the Lakers roster, is he going to be able to travel?
Hey, look,
or is Daddy going to say no?
They already got their photos together on
Holy
a court.
cow, it's ridiculous.
They can move on from this.
All right.
They really could. Hey, good news for you YouTube types that are struggling to watch the local Spurs broadcast. We'll explain. Coming up here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Maybe LeBron should call Stevens Roofing and build a nice little roof over Bronny's head so he doesn't get hurt and have to go out into the world if the weather's bad. You should do that. You should go and call Stevens Roofing if you've got an issue with your roof, that's for sure. I've been talking about Stevens Roofing for a long time now. Family-owned company, local company, and your roof is pretty important to your house, right? I mean, so you need a reliable roofer you can trust. That is certainly Stevens Roofing. They've been in business for a long time, and you don't stay in business as long as Stevens Roofing has been in business if you're not doing it right. You got a lot of happy customers along the way, and they can do any kind of project. They're equipped to do anything. A commercial project, no problem. You want a metal roof on your house, no problem. They can do that too. Stevens Roofing is licensed by the city of San Antonio. Estimates are always free. All you have to do is call 210-785-0994. And if you're like me and everybody else on the planet, except maybe Bronny James, you're looking to save a little money these days. So if you've been thinking about going solar, well, Stevens Roofing has you covered there as well. And look, solar panels are increasingly affordable these days. They can save you money on your monthly utility bills. They'll often increase the value of your home, and there are even options to keep the lights on when the grid goes down. Look, Stevens has a team of certified experts who will deliver solar solutions that are tailored to your specific needs. So for roofing or for solar, call the local company that's been trusted for decades. Call Stevens Roofing, 210-785-0994. Stevens Roofing has your family covered, so give them a call, 210-785-0994.
Dallas Cowboys head coach Mike McCarthy goes one-on-one and has some fun with the Morning Huddles, AJ and Rob, Friday mornings.
Now, you don't got a contract. You got nothing to lose. Is a 70-yard field goal in the offing soon? Will we see that this year?
Well, it depends on the win this week.
Mike McCarthy's unfiltered look at the Cowboys' upcoming game. Friday mornings at 6:45 and 9. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With Venture X, earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy and turn everyday purchases into extraordinary trips. Plus, receive premium travel benefits like access to over 1,300 airport lounges where you just check in and chill out. Open up a world of possibilities with Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduced stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop taking prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. It may increase your stroke risk. Eliquis can cause serious and in rare cases fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. A spinal injection while on Eliquis increases risk of blood clots, which may cause paralysis, the inability to move. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding, unusual bruising, or tingling, numbness, or muscle weakness. Medications such as aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners may increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm. If you own a timeshare, don't miss this public service announcement from Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group.
If you receive an unsolicited phone call or mail piece to discuss selling, renting, or especially canceling your timeshare, don't fall for it. If you really want out of your timeshare, hang the phone up immediately or throw that mail piece in the trash and contact your timeshare resort or Wesley Financial Group for assistance with your timeshare. As the only Inc. 500 timeshare cancellation company, our knowledge, experience, and results has made Wesley a trusted resource for over 40,000 families we've helped get out of their timeshare. Give us a call, and I'll send you our timeshare exit information kit free with the straight facts about your timeshare and all of your options for cancellation.
Call for your free info kit. 800-960-3377. That's 800-960-3377. 800-960-3377.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer? Can we sleep cooler? Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. And now, during our Black Friday sale, save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed, plus special financing. Limited time. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
Every 40 seconds, a child is reported missing. That's 2,000 children every single day. It's a heart-wrenching reality that we can no longer ignore. Find the Children is a non-profit organization dedicated to helping find missing kids. You can be a part of their mission by donating your unwanted vehicle, running or not. Call 1-800-294-0222. We guarantee that you will receive the maximum tax deduction. We provide fast, free pickup with 24-hour response. Call 1-800-294-0222. Find the Children provides crucial resources to help find missing children and educational materials to teach kids how to recognize and avoid predators. Our recovery programs have a proven track record of reuniting kids with their families. It's time to act. Donate your unwanted or unused car. Help us build a world where every child is safe. Pick up the phone and call 1-800-294-0222. Together, we can bring these kids home safely. This advertisement was paid for in partnership with Cars R Us and Find the Children.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Bennett.
Oh, man.
Bronny James.
Trying to calm down.
The debate continues.
Bronny has earned it.
He has.
Yes, he has.
Earned it.
He was the lucky sperm club. That's how he earned it.
They were all jealous that we weren't in said club. Ronald wants to weigh in on Bronny. Ronald, you're on the Blitz. What's up, man?
Yes. I mean, I feel like he earned it because, like I said, I mean, you go look at his high school numbers, they were decent. And, I mean, we should not hold LeBron James accountable because Giannis has special treatment. There's a lot of people that get special treatment that has their brothers haggling around. You know what I mean? So what does it matter for a 20-year-old that's a prospect, you know what I mean, trying to learn his way into the NBA? I mean, his dad and him are both on the right. You know what I mean? He's been playing basketball since he's been a kid.
Dude, you're missing the whole point, Ronald. The whole point is the kid's not going to travel with his team on the road. Has nothing to do.
He's still practicing with the Lakers, though. He's still getting reps. I mean,
no, he's
making
not.
It seem like
he's playing at home for the G League team, period.
Yes, he was on the road last night. I watched the game on the Lakers. I watched all the Lakers games.
He wasn't with the Lakers last night.
He was on the bench last night.
With the Lakers, not the G League team?
He was on the Lakers team, yes, on the bench.
You know, one of the things, Ronald, that and because the story today is he's not going to travel with the G League team, he's only going to play in their home games. The biggest issue is everybody else.
What's wrong with that?
What's wrong with that? Because he's
not
playing the road games there.
His brother did it for 3 years.
The difference, though, the difference, Ronald, man, is those guys go undrafted, they get signed. Bronny was taken in the second round, and there was only one team that was going to draft him.
But Giannis is LeBron James. LeBron's the greatest player of all time you're looking at.
He is. Well, second to Michael Jordan.
Nah, he's better than Michael Jordan. Go
Yeah. You're younger. Well, you'll never change my mind on that. It's Michael Jordan first, but then you've got LeBron
Michael Jordan
James.
played in the watered-down era, too, in the 90s.
No, the watered-down era? I don't know, man.
They actually played tough basketball back then.
But when you look at it, if he would have been signed, Ronald, as an undrafted free agent, and they brought him in kind of like others do.
The Celtics wanted to draft him in the second round.
They do. Can we have a conversation,
exactly.
or you want to talk over
I mean, the reality is he was taken and given then a guaranteed contract that most don't get in the second round. You know, you look at all the other nepotism-type players that have jobs, they're signed as undrafted guys, and they make it that way. And for Bronny to be drafted where he was, I mean, my goodness, we had the second round was televised live for the first time ever because we were all waiting to see, if the Lakers would actually do it.
Yes.
And they did.
And they did.
They did.
It baffles me how people are okay with, and it has nothing to do with Giannis or anybody else's brother that got in the league. You travel with your team. Are you a teammate or are you not? You're LeBron James's kid and you can do whatever you want. That's going to cause resentment in that locker room, I promise you. It will. Those other guys are not going to like that at all. They have to get on that bus. They have to travel. They have to stay at the Motel 6. I mean, and Bronny's too good for that.
Now, if Bronny was with the Lakers last night sitting on their bench, I didn't watch the game, but if it, Ronald, you said he was cool.
I saw the box score. He was. Didn't play, but he was there.
So it's different if you're called up to the big team. But the story released today by the Bay Lakers, Bay Area, Bay City, whatever they're called, said that Bronny will only play in G League home games and not travel with the G League team. Now, if you're not traveling because you're called up, that's a different story. But if your team's playing on the road and you're sitting at home, that's another story. That's the problem. Big difference. Big difference.
Huge difference.
As far as the Spurs go, good news for you YouTube TV types, because you don't get FanDuel Sports Network, which was Bally Sports Southwest, but they've changed the name of it. They don't have that on YouTube. So I know a lot of people that cut cords. One of the concerns when they were doing that, and I was in this boat, all those different streaming services, they all got a little something that you're missing.
Yeah.
And local Spurs games is one of them on YouTube. I know, and I think Dish Network still doesn't carry the local Spurs broadcasts, the ones that are on the FanDuel Sports Network. Well, the parent company, Diamond Sports, they've reached a deal with Amazon Prime. Now, most of us have Amazon Prime because
you're an Amazon member.
You're an Amazon person, and you got it for football.
Right.
Well, now all the FanDuel Sports Networks are going to be available on Prime for Prime Video subscribers, although for an additional cost.
Sure, but I think if you're a Prime member, that's the additional cost.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if they're going to start charging an additional if you want that or not. Because when I read, at an additional cost to Prime Video subscribers located within the team's designated geographic area.
Well, that sucks.
Well, it does, but it's probably cheaper than that crap app that they had last year.
Well, it could be, but that sucks. I'm already paying for Prime.
Yes.
What, I have to pay another fee?
Yes.
Screw that.
Well, I'm just saying, if you want to watch Wemby and listen to Sean Elliott and Jacob Toby.
Yes.
At least it's available to you. There's another way to get it.
There it is available to you. Yes.
Yes. For a small fee.
I would switch.
You just got YouTube not long ago.
Well, I did, but I solved that problem with something else. So
yes.
I'm just saying, I would, if I'm already paying, that's ridiculous. If I'm already paying for Amazon Prime, and then I got to pay additional to watch the FanDuel network, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not.
You have the option, though. Right now with YouTube, you don't have an option, so now there's another option for you.
Good. I choose the other option, not that one.
Well, the option that you and I have both switched to is the best option.
Yes, it is. Yes.
But at least now you know you have an option.
Yeah, that's good. I feel better.
Just go with that.
I'll feel better.
Thursday Night Football's on Prime tonight,
right? Sure is.
You're going to go hit that Prime app that you're paying for to watch the NFL tonight?
I will, because it's not additional after that.
Well, but it was additional when you bought it. You had to get Prime to watch football, and we all did because football rules.
Well, we already had Prime.
Well, you might have already had Prime. A lot of people got the Prime because football. Right?
Yes.
Yes.
Of course.
Okay. Should be a good game tonight. Battle of the NFC East. And boy, a couple weeks ago when we saw that on the schedule, we were thinking, man, it could end up being, the way Washington started, quite a battle for the NFC East crown. Now it's a two-team race because the Cowboys are out of it. Mike McCarthy, he'll join the Morning Huddle tomorrow morning, brought to you by AA Best Bail Bonds. And Nobody ever plans on getting arrested, but it does happen to a lot of people every day for all kinds of reasons. If you get arrested, you want to get out of jail fast, because you do. You know the best way to do that is to call my good friend Albert and his great staff at AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747, or you can start the bonding process online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else to get out of jail, and you don't want to be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you a PR bond, make sure you truly understand what all those conditions are before accepting it. Your best option for stress-free bail bonds is AA Best Bail Bonds, because nobody beats their price. They offer payment plans, a free shuttle service. They're discreet and confidential and open 24/7. Offices all over San Antonio and Texas, services nationwide. If you're up in Dallas, down in Corpus, anywhere in between, license number 149, call AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121, or go online at mybestbailbonds.com.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Friday on the Morning Huddle, Coach Mike McCarthy gets here early. You better be here too.
And we preview the college football weekend and Spurs Lakers. All of that and more coming up at 6.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Morning 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
You know what deer season is, JD?
Yes.
Do you know why it's deer season?
No.
It's because they go in the rut. People sight their guns in for 100 yards, 200 yards, some 300 yards. Crazy shots, right? But in the rut at the right time, you could hit them with a brick.
The John Clay Wolf Show.
Catch the John Clay Wolf Show Saturdays from 9 a.m. to noon right here on San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, this is Rob Thompson here for Prize Picks, my daily fantasy game, and it better be yours. It probably is. There's already 10 million people playing it. You better jump in. We're mid-season now, and this is the time to play because we know what to expect. We're fantasy players. We know if Jaden Daniels is going to go get it. We know if Dak Prescott's got it in him. We know if Pat Mahomes doesn't. That's why Prize Picks is so much fun. Your skill, your knowledge put to use, and there's free money. Prize Picks is the only real money daily fantasy platform with injury insurance so that your lineups stay in play even if your players get injured. If your player leaves in the first half and doesn't return, Prize Picks keeps your lineup live. They put their members first, too. All withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. When picks hit, you can get your money in as quick as 15 minutes. Download the app today and use code ALAMO to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code ALAMO to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. Run your game.
It's time to huddle up and listen close. For 2024, we paid tribute to a true game changer in the world of snacks, the unrivaled, the unbeatable, the pork rind. Yes, it's crunch time, and we're not just talking about the last few nail-biting minutes of the game. We're talking about a snack so audaciously crunchy, it puts those pretentious chips and pretzels to shame. So here's to you, Southern Recipe Pork Rinds, for being more than just a crunch. Southern Recipe Pork Rinds. It's crunch time. Find your rind at H-E-B.
Hey, Manny Jr. here with Rock's Discount Vitamins. This holiday season, don't let those extra pounds sneak up on you. We have the largest selection of weight control products to help you stay on track. Boost your metabolism with our non-stimulant fat burners, or try Cuts, which helps your carbs work for you, not against you. With 12 locations across San Antonio, Rock's Discount Vitamins has everything you need to keep your diet in check this holiday season. Find us at rocksdiscountvitamins.com. We thank God and you for your continued support.
To understand what makes Diamonds Direct so different than other jewelry stores, you have to go back 60 years, when a diamond cutter became well known for his exceptional craftsmanship. His diamond cutting business flourished for decades. Then his sons got involved and started selling these exceptional diamonds to upscale jewelry stores here in America. After a few years, these wholesalers decided to change the game and started selling these precious diamonds direct to the public at the same prices they had sold to the jewelry stores. The no middleman concept became an instant success, and Diamonds Direct was born. Today, Diamonds Direct provides that extraordinary value to people all over America, leading the industry with the highest quality diamonds that still come straight from the best cutters, offered at the guaranteed best prices, period. Diamonds Direct, a truly revolutionary concept with a unique history, rooted in quality, committed to excellence, and always focused on value. Proud to call Alamo City home. Diamonds Direct. Your love, our passion.
What's that sound? That's the sound of Downy Unstoppable scent beads going into your washing machine and giving your clothes freshness that lasts all day long. There it is again. It's like music to your ears, or more like music to your nose. That freshness is irresistible. Let's get a Downy Unstoppables bottle shake. And now a sniff solo. Nice. With Downy Unstoppables, you just toss, wash, wow, for all-day freshness.
What's that? 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the NFL. Monday night, Thursday night, and Sunday night football. Presented locally by Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This is Jim Rome, and you're listening to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagle. I'm Jason Minix. At Joe Reinagle 210. Tweet at me at Jason Minix. The station at SA Sports Star. Same for Instagram. And right now on Instagram, we're giving away Creed tickets for tomorrow night at the Moody Center in Austin. To win the Creed tickets, just take a photo of your dash or your YouTube. Just show us how you're listening. If you're driving in your car, just take a picture, show us where we're at on the preset, and send that picture, direct message, to Instagram at SA Sports Star. Make sure you're following at SA Sports Star.
Yeah, do that, and you get some Creed tickets tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night, we'll announce a winner at 5:30.
All right.
Not 5:31 because Ryan does not work after 5:30.
Only 5:30. Well, he'll give you we can announce it whenever we want, but he'll give you the winner.
Yes.
At 5:30, not 5:31.
Because he won't work overtime.
Oh, he won't do that.
Well, yeah.
Although, I got to hand it to Ryan. 2 polls today.
2?
2.
So he is working overtime.
Well, kind of.
Yeah.
2 polls.
We might have to get another poll up, too, but we'll talk about that
All
later.
All right. I took a poll. Yeah.
Might be on those Spurs City jerseys. Do you like them or not?
Yeah,
That'll be the next poll coming up.
All right.
Thursday night football tonight.
Yes.
This has turned into a pretty dramatic, interesting game. When the season started, you look at the schedule and you go, all right, Washington is just so much better or playing so much better than any of us predicted. We thought it would be a 2-team NFC East race this year between the Cowboys and the Eagles, and, well, it ain't the Cowboys, and it sure as hell ain't the Giants, but it's still a 2-team race in the NFC East, and you get that kind of matchup tonight, and quite honestly, I keep looking at the line. You think Philly playing at home, say, I don't know that I trust the Eagles, and Washington has just been so consistent this season.
They really have, and Jaden Daniels is a big reason why. I mean, that kid has come in. He's the C.J. Stroud of this year.
Yep.
Number 2 pick. He's come in. He's played really well, and I think Washington did it right. When they hired Dan, they cleaned out everybody, right? So Dan Quinn brought in his own guys, and I think you did it right. Trying to piecemeal coaching staffs together, I think, is a mistake sometimes. I think they did it right in Washington. Plus, they got rid of that goofy owner, and just a fresh start for everybody. So Washington's going to be in the mix, whether they win the NFC East or not. They will be in the playoff mix for sure.
Well, they're definitely in the playoff mix. Will they win the NFC East? Tonight will go a long way towards that.
Yeah.
I know there's still so much football left, but I'm just curious to see, as Washington continues to play, get better, have things go their way, although it didn't last week, right? Face a little adversity, short week, how do they respond, but also playing in the spotlight. And, I think about Jaden Daniels, and, I remember him as a freshman at Arizona State, and then what he was able to do at LSU. Kid's not worried about bright lights, and the talent around him, and they get Robinson back. That will go a long way.
And Philly had a bye week last week, pretty much. So
no, they didn't.
They didn't have to do much at all.
Dude,
it's a pretty easy game for them.
You thought they were going to lose that game?
Well, I thought that, but it didn't turn out to be that way, did it? And then and it was a pretty easy game for them. So they ought to be rested and refreshed.
rested and refreshed. I mean, that was a game at halftime, according to one Joe Reinagel.
It was 14-6, one-score game.
Yeah.
I was feeling okay with that. And then the third quarter happened.
We do get a little bit of breaking news that greatly affects Joe Reinagel's fantasy team. The Chiefs have put their kicker on IR. Harrison Butker done. Would they sign the dude from the Jets or Buffalo? Who's practice squad?
Jets practice squad.
The Jets practice squad.
I don't know if it's any good. It might have to go get him, I guess.
Well, there's got to be other kickers available. We might have to work a trade. I got the Bates kid from Detroit, and
you got 2 kickers?
I got 2 kickers.
Why?
Well, I picked up Bates after during the Cowboys bye week, and I figured somebody's going to need this. It's trade bait.
No, I'm not trading with you.
Okay.
I'll just go get a kicker.
Yeah, you just go get one.
They're all kickers.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Oh, exactly. Just keep in mind.
I will keep that under advisement, or I'll take it under advisement.
Well, it's going to cost you.
You'll say that's exactly right. See?
I mean, Bates has been pretty good, though.
Well, that's
Bates
great.
Bates has been really good.
Yeah, that's awesome. I got a few choices
now,
here.
Aubrey is who's available in our league right now that's a decent kicker?
Well, I was gonna say Jake Moody, but he was horrible last week for San Francisco.
Yeah, that sounds great. He damn near got killed by Debo.
Yeah, well, that's a great idea, Jim. Rightly so.
Who else do you got?
Let's see. I got Miami's kicker.
Yeah,
Sanders.
Sure.
He wouldn't be bad. Buffalo's kicker, Bass.
Yeah.
McManus for Green Bay.
Yeah.
So there's some talent out there.
Aubrey?
Call that talent?
Aubrey's not out there. You got him.
I've got Aubrey.
I don't want Aubrey.
They can't get 50 yards.
That's it. I don't even know if they'll get in the field goal range.
Well, right now I still have Bates in my starting lineup because I don't know if the Cowboys
exactly.
are going to be within field goal range. But I'll trade you.
Yeah, no.
I'll trade you. You need a Cowboy on there.
No, I don't need any Cowboys.
Mm-hmm. You sure?
I went with Miami.
Oh, you already picked them up?
I already did it right now. Just did it. See, I can multitask, do the show.
Yeah, this is great radio,
fantasy
isn't it?
lineup at the same time.
All kinds of people out there doing the same thing.
Exactly.
Chiefs kickers out? Oh, no.
I can't believe who knew that.
Well, he hadn't been giving you any points anyway. They're not scoring a lot.
Dude, I'm telling you, he's been good.
Yeah.
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 Butker's been good.
Yeah. So tomorrow night, Jake Paul, Mike Tyson. I know you're excited to go home and throw on your Netflix and watch this. You can tell me all you want, Reinagel. You're going to be there. Everybody that says this is nothing, they don't give a damn, we're all watching.
Well, because everybody likes to see a car accident, right?
Yes.
So you watch for that factor. Yeah, Jake Paul made me honestly want to watch when he got the ear protectors. I thought that was genius.
The question is he actually going to be allowed to wear those into the ring?
That's a good question. But it doesn't matter. It was funny. And it's going to be one of those kind of events, right? And nobody likes Jake Paul. They all want him to get his butt whipped. So, and I don't give a damn who wins, to be totally honest. I could care less.
You know you'll end up putting some money on this one because you always do. You're a degenerate.
No, I won't put any money on that one.
Well,
no.
I'll tell you, my money's all going on Mike Tyson.
Well, of course, everybody's is.
I just this guy he's locked in. He does not give two bleeps about. He's getting interviewed pre-fight hype. He's doing an interview with a 13-year-old reporter. It doesn't say who she was representing, and her name is Jazzy. And Jazzy is doing a one-on-one with Mike Tyson, and it went exactly how you thought it would go.
Well, in your return to the ring for this fight, you are setting a monumental opportunity for kids my age to see the legend, Mike Tyson, in the ring for the first time. So after such a successful career, what type of legacy would you like to leave behind when it's all said and done?
Well, I don't know. I don't believe in the word legacy. I just think that's another word for ego. Legacy doesn't mean nothing. That's just some word everybody grabbed onto. Someone said that word and everyone grabbed on the word, so now it's used every 5 seconds. It means absolutely nothing to me. I'm just passing through. I'm going to die, and it's going to be over. Who cares about legacy after that? What a big ego. So I'm going to die. I want people to think that I'm this, I'm great. No, we're nothing. We're just dead. We're dust. We're absolutely nothing. Our legacy is nothing.
Well, thank you so much for sharing that. That is something that I have not heard before, someone say that as an answer.
Can you really imagine somebody say, I want my legacy to be this way when you're dead? Think somebody really wants to think about you? What's the audacity? I think, I want people to think about me when I'm gone. Who the cares about me when I'm gone? Or my kids, maybe, or grandkids.
That poor kid's scarred for life.
I just love her reaction. Well, wow.
I've never heard
Thank you so much
that
for sharing
before.
that. That is something that I have not heard before, someone say that as an answer.
And then he's got to throw in an F-bomb at the end.
Yeah, she's 13,
oh,
man.
Oh, my goodness.
That's great.
What's the audacity? I think, I want people to think about me when I'm gone. Who the cares about me when I'm gone?
Oh, my goodness.
He's 13. He knocked her out.
That's hilarious.
A 13-year-old's not thinking about death.
No.
Well, thank you so much for sharing that. That is something that I have not heard before, someone say that as an answer.
Yeah, you dust. Really? Thanks for sharing that.
Thank you, Mr. Tyson. Oh, my goodness. That was hilarious. That's funny. That is funny.
Who the cares about me when I'm gone?
Oh,
well,
my
thank you so much
goodness.
for sharing that. That is something that I have not heard before, someone say that as an answer.
Yeah, me neither. You're 13, I'm 51. I've never heard that before either.
You know, you're right. I've never heard that. Everybody got a legacy to leave. Not Mike Tyson.
Can we listen to the whole thing again? Do we have time? Just because his idea that we're dust, you can't think about it. What am I going to ask? I'm dead?
Well, in your return to the ring for this fight, you are setting a monumental opportunity for kids my age to see the legend Mike Tyson in the ring for the first time. So after such a successful career, what type of legacy would you like to leave behind when it's all said and done?
Well, I don't know. I don't believe in the word legacy. I just think that's another word for ego. Legacy doesn't mean nothing. That's just some word everybody grabbed onto. Someone said that word and everyone grabbed on the word, so now it's used every 5 seconds. It means absolutely nothing to me. I'm just passing through. I'm going to die, and it's going to be over. Who cares about legacy after that?
Is he going to die in the
ring? What a big
ring?
ego. So I'm going to die. I want people to think that I'm this, I'm great. No, we're nothing. We're just dead. We're dust. We're absolutely nothing. Our legacy is nothing.
Well, thank you so much for sharing that. That is something that I have not heard before, someone say that as an answer.
Can you really imagine somebody say, I want my legacy to be this way when you're dead? Think somebody really wants to think about you? What's the audacity? I think, I want people to think about me when I'm gone. Who the cares about me when I'm gone? Or my kids, maybe, or grandkids.
She was so excited asking that first question, too. I mean, she was all excited.
Well, thank you so much for sharing that. That is something that I have not heard before, someone say that as an answer.
Great response, though.
That was a good response.
You're dead.
Yeah.
Dead. Oh, my goodness. That's hilarious. Well, there you go. That ought to make you want to watch that fight.
Makes me want to watch that fight. I mean, you
Who
think
the
of...
cares about me?
Well, I mean... Thanks for sharing that.
Yes.
That's fantastic. Think about tonight, you got football. Tomorrow night, think about tomorrow night. UTSA in North Texas. Lakers Spurs. Tyson Paul. You need a place with 3 massive 170-inch screens. TVs all around. That place, the Roo Pub. It's going to be popping tomorrow night because you know the Roo Pub, any big game, any big fight, no better place to go watch those events, those games than at the Roo Pub. They're at 281 and Redland Road. Saturday morning, they'll open at 11. Longhorns, Arkansas Razorbacks get going at 11, and that's become the Longhorn headquarters this year. Sunday football, of course, Monday for Cowboys, Texans on Monday night, the Blitz 2 to 6 on Monday afternoon out at the Roo Pub. And when you get out there, whether it's tonight, Friday night, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, all the days, any day that ends in Y, go into the Roo Pub hungry because, you know, the food is fantastic. They got the biggest and best wings in town, about 15 different burgers on the menu, including the original Wemby burger, their chicken sandwiches. I love the fried shrimp. Pledge tells me the salads are wonderful, great appetizers, and that kitchen is open late every day with the full menu available. So when you need that late night meal, don't go to a drive-thru. Get into the Roo Pub there at 281 and Redland Road. Happy hour weekdays from 11 to 6. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late night, and certainly the best place to watch any big game, any big fight. The big fight Saturday night, obviously Friday night with Tyson and Paul, all the games. The Roo Pub, just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
Riding I-35 with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6, KTFM Floresville, and everywhere at sasportstar.com. 1, 2, 3, Cowboys! South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Monday night at 7:15. The Cowboys take center stage hosting the Houston Texans for Monday Night Football. I like this kind of party! Pre-game starts after the Blitz at 6. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds and Ewald Kubota.
This is all cooking.
How about them Cowboys? 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Time to start planning your Thanksgiving dinner, and that starts with the turkey. And the best turkeys are from Tri-County Meat Market. Tri-County gets their turkeys from Barber Farms in Colorado. These fresh, all-natural turkeys are never frozen and come between 8 and 24 pounds. Tri-County Meat Market only gets a limited number, so reserve your turkey before they sell out. Pre-order your turkeys and your pies from the Ultimate Cheesecake Bakery now at either Tri-County Meat Market location on Huebner Road or on Ralph Fair Road.
If fashion is your thing, eBay is it. eBay's where I find all my favorites, from handbags to iconic streetwear, all authenticated. For real. This time, a little Supreme, some Gucci. I even have that vintage Prada on my watch list. That's why eBay's my go-to for all my go-tos. Yeah, eBay, the place for new, pre-loved, vintage, and rare fashion. eBay. Things people love.
All right, when it comes to getting life insurance for your family, a lot of excuses can get in the way. But ask yourself this: if something were to happen to me, who would pay the mortgage, the kids' education, and the other bills? Then forget the excuses and check out Ethos Life, the online, easy way to get life insurance in 10 minutes. Ethos has rates that you can afford, like a $500,000 policy for a 40-year-old male starting at $1 a day or $30 a month, with a few health questions and no medical exam. Get your free quote right now at checkethos.com. That's checkethos.com. Not available in all states. Rates do vary.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation and a regular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduced stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop taking prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. It may increase your stroke risk. Eliquis can cause serious and in rare cases fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. A spinal injection while on Eliquis increases risk of blood clots, which may cause paralysis, the inability to move. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding, unusual bruising, or tingling, numbness, or muscle weakness. Medications such as aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners may increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
You okay?
Sorry, I can't sleep with this cough.
Sounds like you need to vaporize that cold.
Vaporize?
Yeah, with NyQuil VapoCool. It's NyQuil plus a rush of Vicks vapors.
Whoa.
So you ready to get some sleep? Thank you, NyQuil VapoCool.
NyQuil VapoCool, the vaporizing nighttime coughing, aching, fever, best sleep with a cold medicine. And to vaporize sore throat pain, try Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
We all expect our home to protect everything we love. But here in Texas, we don't expect the ways water is breaking down our foundations and damaging our homes. Cracks in walls and uneven floors are just a few signs your foundation is shifting. But there's one way to get answers to all your concerns. A free home inspection from Foundation Support Specialists. Make sure your investment is protected. Get your free inspection at foundationsupportspecialists.com.
All right, gentlemen, this is Emmett Smith on behalf of Depend, and I've got the perfect play. Run straight to your doctor's office for a life-changing catch. Because when prostate cancer is caught early, it's up to 99% treatable, and one blood test might be all it takes. And now through November, Depend is donating to the Prostate Cancer Foundation for select purchases. Talk about a great play.
From September 1st to November 30th, Depend is donating 40 cents to the Prostate Cancer Foundation for Depend Shield Guards Real Fit products purchased in the U.S. up to a maximum of $300,000 void in Mississippi.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
How about that Victor Wembanyama? 50 points last night, becoming the fourth youngest player in NBA history to do that. Spurs return to action tomorrow night at home against the LA Lakers. Mike McCarthy says wide receiver Jonathan Mingo will make his Cowboys debut on Monday night against the Houston Texans. By the way, the Texans are going to have their top wideout back. Nico Collins is back Monday against the Cowboys.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. Thursday afternoon, Thursday night football tonight.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that game. Should be a good one. Washington, Philly. Philly's -4. That's kind of alternated between 3.5 and 4 pretty much all week. So the money right now going on Philly.
Listen to it here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star pregame at 6:30. Brought to you by Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer.
You going to have a pregame party? I mean, with all the Flight by Yingling you have?
I don't know if it's going to be a party, but
I think it'd be appropriate.
I drive into the garage, get out of the car. As I'm walking in, there's a refrigerator right there. It's my beer fridge.
Uh-huh.
Reach in, grab one, walk into the house.
So, in a game like this, you don't want to be walking out to the garage every time you need a cold beer, do you? Don't you bring a few into the main refrigerator? Or, I don't know, an ice chest?
An ice chest?
Sure, or one of those schwanky Flight by Yingling.
The little Kanga coolers?
Yeah, that's perfect.
How lazy do you think I am?
Well, it doesn't matter. It's not about being lazy. It's about convenience.
It is.
So you're not going to tell us or what?
Well, I mean, I'm just trying to, Joe, in my whole life, I never thought, I'm going to put some in the regular fridge, too.
Well, you should.
Well, there is. You've been to my house.
Well, this
right?
is true, yes.
Yes.
All right. Well, good. Because, I do the same thing. I got a fridge in the laundry room and a fridge, the regular one.
Uh-huh.
So I've got beer in both.
Yes.
Of course.
Yes. The beer fridge in the garage is kind of like the storage fridge, right?
Okay. All right.
There are beverages in the other refrigerator.
Because it's Thursday night. I mean, a few cold beers on a Thursday night never hurt anybody.
It's a day that ends in Y.
Well, this is true.
I mean, a few cold beers on any days never hurt anybody.
Well, that's a good point.
Especially if you're drinking at home.
But it's Thursday night.
Yes.
So, I mean, it's just,
There's football on.
Absolutely.
No, I got to get my steps in, Joe. I got to walk to the garage every time because that's the only exercise I get.
Not drinking Flight by Yingling. It's good for you.
Well, it is good for you.
It's good for you.
Well, no, but I still have to get my steps in.
Yeah, I don't give a damn about steps once I get home.
I used to have, give a damn about steps at any other point.
Well, this is true. Although
he's anti-cardio.
My watch reminds me that I need steps. I just walked about 1,000 down to the bathroom right now.
It's not 1,000.
Is it not?
No.
We'll see here.
Why would you get a watch that nags you?
I have no idea. I didn't get it, by the way.
Well, of course not, but you wear it. It nags you that you need more steps.
I don't give a damn.
Change the goals on that
and this thing will yell at me every morning. Is today the day you're going to meet your goals? Probably not.
Again, why would you invite that into your life?
I don't know. Other than that, I like the watch. It's nice.
What do you do with it?
It tells time. That's all I give a damn about.
It's what your phone is for.
Yeah. I used to think that, but I'm kind of used to it now.
I can tell you fidget with it throughout the day.
I do.
Every time it buzzes.
Right.
It wants me to do a sit-up. Mix in a push-up.
That's right.
Eat a salad.
No. Although I'm not opposed to salads like you.
Go for a walk.
Or broccoli.
I'm not opposed to a salad every now and then. I am opposed to broccoli.
Jeez, I don't understand it. Even if you put something on it, like cheese or...
Sure.
What about broccolini?
I don't know what the hell broccolini is. I just learned what that was yesterday. I've seen that on plates before, and I just figured it was some sort of weird garnish. Like, what's that there for? And you scoot it to the side. Broccolini. It's like what you get when you're at, like, a fancy dinner, a gala or something like that, and they just put it on the plate, rubber chicken dinner type thing. Move that to the side. Broccolini. The hell is that?
To the side.
Well, you're not going to eat it.
Well, no, I eat those.
The garnish?
I like broccolini.
You don't even know what broccolini is.
I'm looking at it right there. It's like a skinny broccoli.
Well, but what is it?
It's broccoli.
It's not broccoli.
It's skinny. It's baby broccoli.
Baby broccoli.
That's what this says right here, yeah.
It's fit broccoli.
It's what?
Fit broccoli.
It's a green vegetable similar to broccoli, but with smaller florets and longer, thin stalks. It's a hybrid of the broccoli.
Yeah, apparently. It's made up crap. The broccoli that doesn't make the real bunch ends up broccolini. I have no idea.
Is that kind of like fake meat?
Really? Well, no, because it's on how that stuff is cooked. If it's squishy, I don't want it. And most of the time, that stuff comes where it's squishy. It's a texture thing.
Well,
and
broccoli's not squishy.
And it's green. Well, it can be if it's not. If you can cook broccoli to where it's got a little bit of crunch on it,
yeah.
I will eat some of that if my wife, lovely wife that I love a lot, puts that on my plate. As long as there's like one or two. If there's a whole bunch, they just move around.
Just mix it in. If you're having chicken or a steak with that thing, you cut you a piece of meat, a little bit of broccoli, and just mix them together.
No, why would I ruin the flavor of the steak? I want all steak.
That's good for you, Minix. I mean, there's only so much we...
What was that, Mike?
Who the cares?
Exactly.
Ah.
Crazy. If you want to win Creed tickets, we're doing a contest on Instagram. Take a photo of your radio. See where we are on the presets, 94.1. Or if you're watching on YouTube or however you're listening, take a photo of that. Send that photo in direct message on Instagram at SA Sports Star. Make sure you're following at SA Sports Star. At 5:30, Ryan is going to pick a winner, and you're going to go see Creed tomorrow night at the Moody Center up in Austin. Stephen Jones will join us coming up at 4:30. Let's talk about those fancy new Spurs City uniforms coming up on the Blitz. You like them? 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
A Pro Football Pick'em giveaway is back. Head to USASportsStar.com and pick the winners of each pro football game every week to earn points for each correct pick. Highest points each week wins a $25 gift card to Mellow Mushroom. Highest points overall scores $1,000 worth of tickets from A Awesome Tickets. Pick the winning ticket of every regular season game. Win the grand prize, $50,000. This is an Audience National contest across multiple markets. The $50K Pro Football Giveaway. Register and win at USASportsStar.com.
Hey, James Pledger. The NBA is finally back. Play Pick 6 from DraftKings, an official partner of the NBA. It's super simple to get started. First, download DraftKings Pick 6 app. Then, select 2 or more players, like Wemby and CP3, and choose if they'll have more or less of a stat, like points, rebounds, three-pointers, and more. And for all first-time Pick 6 players, check this out. New customers play $5 and get $50 in Pick 6 credits. Download the DraftKings Pick 6 app now and use promo code KTFM. That's code KTFM for new customers to play $5 and get $50 in Pick 6 credits. only on DraftKings Pick 6. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Must be 18, plus age and eligibility restrictions vary by jurisdiction. Void where prohibited. One per new customer. Bonus award as non-withdrawable Pick 6 credits that expire in 30 days. Limited time offer. See terms at pick6.draftkings.com/promos.
Hey guys, it's AJ. I'm here to tell you about SA Card House, San Antonio's premier card house. They're now accepting new memberships. They're open 7 days a week. Great atmosphere, great vibe, great food, great service. All skill levels welcome. Stop by. Check them out online, sacardhouse.com.
Listen to this station anytime, anywhere on Odyssey. Odyssey is your new audio home for all the music, news, sports, and podcasts that matter to you. Odyssey. That's AUDACY.
Hey, sports fans, if you're not calling John Anthony, you're simply missing out. To prove it, I'm release your Thursday night report absolutely free on recorded message line. 1-800-244-5506. Washington at Philadelphia. Tonight is going to be a monster game, and I've got the side and total. Washington-Philly confirmed analysis, plus hoops and college football. That's 5 big plays. John Anthony has you covered. I love to sweep the board. Call now. Hear them for free on recorded message. 1-800-244-5506. Information wins. John Anthony Sports, #1 against the spread. 1-800-244-5506. You want the information? I've got it. Washington, Philly, plus college football, hoops, and special prop action. I love to go 5-0 this season free. 1-800-244-5506. That's 1-800-244-5506, or go to johnanthonysports.com.
Sponsored by JFSR Group. Thanksgiving season is the best. That's right, Mr. Turkey. Everyone loves this time of year. Just like Connecticut water softener customers love their Connecticut. Definitely. A Connecticut water softener is the best in the business. Yes, it does keep your feathers soft. Yes, your waddle smooth. And your wings, nah, those things are pretty useless. Connecticut is a much different water softener compared to the other brands. There's no computer, nothing to plug in, and it runs on kinetic energy. You said it. For a limited time, receive a free K5 reverse osmosis drinking station when you buy a Connecticut water softener. A free drinking water system installed at your kitchen sink with the cleanest, best tasting water you've ever had. Mr. Turkey, you're pretty calm considering, you know. Well, on Thanksgiving, we eat turkey.
The last water softener you'll ever own. ConnecticutSA.com.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
Hi, I'm Manny Jr. from Rock's Discount Vitamins. If you're looking to build muscle, strength, and boost athletic performance, check out our huge selection of anabolic pro-hormones. These powerful supplements provide your body with essential nutrients for muscle growth, faster recovery, fat loss, and even improved bone health and libido. Visit one of our 12 San Antonio locations or go online at rocksdiscountvitamins.com to learn more. That's rocksdiscountvitamins.com. We thank God and you for your continued support. rocksdiscountvitamins.com.
Are you annoyingly inattentive? Do you watch a movie and then ask a zillion questions because you weren't paying attention? Do people ask, how do you sleep at night? Then you should get a mattress from Mattress Firm. They can help anyone sleep. At Mattress Firm's Black Friday sale, get a king for the price of a queen and a free adjustable base with select Sealy beds, all with a low price guarantee. Get matched at Mattress Firm. Sleep at night. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
It's the Blitz with Jason and Joe on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagle. I'm Jason Minix. Commanders, Eagles tonight. Make sure you get your picks in the Pro Football Pick'em Challenge at sasportstar.com.
Done.
Weekly winners get that gift card to the Mellow Mushroom at the end of the year. The local grand prize winner, $1,000 worth of tickets from awesome tickets.
Very nice.
Very, very nice. Mike McCarthy tomorrow morning on the Morning Huddle, brought to you by AA Best Bail Bonds. And about 13 minutes from right now, Stephen Jones of the Cowboys will join us.
Looking forward to talking to Stephen, I think. We'll see what kind of secrets he's got in store for the Houston Texans.
Yeah. I asked Ryan for a poll, and he said I'm out of the office. It's 4:18. Now, the giveaway that we're doing on Instagram, he can apparently do that from home at 5:30, but apparently he can't put a poll up right now because I'm really curious what you guys think of the new Spurs City Edition uniforms that oddly look just like last year's.
They really do, and those weren't attractive.
The jersey part, I don't really, I don't know, right? The brown UPS-looking warm-ups, I'm not a fan of. The actual jersey itself, that looks pretty good. Now, apparently not apparently, they tell us the shorts are what's really different this year, expanding upon last season's Hemisphere Origin storyline. The 24-25 City Edition theme highlights San Antonio's decades-long growth and transformation, tipped off by the 1968 World's Fair, featuring design details inspired by the early 70s. The jersey features the San Antonio word mark across the chest against a crystal blue base.
A crystal blue base.
Yeah, that was popularized by men's leisure suits of the era. A checkered pattern down each side of the shorts draws the eye to the Tower of America's logo, a retro emblem that pays tribute to the sky-high icon of the city's iconic downtown.
Now, wait a second. Where is the Tower of America at?
It's on the shorts.
On the shorts?
Yeah, on the side of the shorts.
Side of the shorts.
The side of the shorts.
Uh-huh.
Not in the front.
That would have been entertaining.
Oh, you sound creepy.
Well, I'm just saying. Well, good for them. I'm not a fan, but I mean, it's some people are, so that's good.
Not that you can see this on your radio, but as you look at this photo here, you can see where it is.
Uh-huh.
So basically this year they added that little, they look like Vans shoes from that day to the side. Other than that, it looks good. Now, I will say, along with that, and again, the jersey I have no problem with. There is a poll up, thanks to James Pledger, on our YouTube channel. So go to the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube, vote in the poll. Yes, no. Do you like the new Spurs City Edition uniforms?
I already voted. Are you going to vote?
I will vote.
You have to vote. Pledge, you got to vote too. Everybody votes.
I already voted.
All right. Okay.
All right. So go vote. We'll see if you guys like them. Now, I will say, and again, this is radio. And so when we play you a video, you can only get part of the concept, especially with this particular video. Fanatics and Wemby put together an incredible video, and I highly encourage you to go watch this thing. I've got it on my Twitter. I think, Joe, it's on yours, at Joe Reinagle 210, at Jason Minix. Wemby and his acting skills, but the video is incredible. The words will give you goosebumps.
This jersey, is it mine? Sure, it's cut 4 inches longer. It has my name on the back. But it isn't mine. It's been passed down, older brother to younger, Leighton to Strickland, Strickland to Hart. Same jersey, different names. Stitched, unstitched, restitched. The best ones gave us reasons to show up. The great ones gave our colors new patches. While the legends, they gave our ceiling a few extra inches. Always giving, never owning. From El Paso to Paris, Texas, and France. Nuestros colores son nuestra comunidad. White, black, silver, and fiesta forever. Worn by millions, owned by all. Like I said, this jersey isn't mine. It's yours. But you cool if I borrow it for a while?
Aw.
Video is fantastic. I think my favorite part was they're sewing on the court, and you look up and Manu is working a sewing machine.
Oh, man. Well, good. And tomorrow night is the first in-season tournament game for the Spurs.
Get those defending in-season tournament champion Lakers in town.
What a matchup this is going to be. With or without Bronny. Apparently he won't be because they're in San Antonio.
Bronny has earned that.
Yeah, Bronny will be back home, safe and warm in his pajamas.
Go vote in the poll. Right now, 62% say no, but only 16 votes. Some of the comments. Ben says it's the IG League of Broccolini. Gilberto says they're bland. He didn't like last year's either. They're the same as last year's with the little deal on the side of the shorts. I like those jerseys. Looks exactly like my owl movements. The shorts are better, but the jersey is way too familiar. It's the same as last year.
Same one.
They're fine. Look like pajamas. Josh Amena says, always giving a few extra inches. Did that new poll have a few extra inches? Yes.
So right now, with 19 votes on the poll, and everybody should vote in this poll, by the way, no is winning 63% to 37%.
The Flint Tropics want their jerseys back. Love Jackie Moon, says Miguel Martinez. It's a good line. See, and this is what's funny. You're an old man. You're not supposed to like it. Me neither. James Pledger, who still fancies himself as 23, wears what we determine as Pledger wear. He doesn't like them. And then he told me, he's like, but I know I'm not their demo. I'm too old. James Pledger actually said that.
Wow.
James Pledger, who's got ripped up jeans, Nikes, a hoodie on with a sport coat today.
Yeah.
Who spends half his life trying to comb his hair to look messy, is going to say he's too old and not the demo as opposed to, I just don't like him.
Well, I don't like them. I mean, they're 70s kind of retro, and what's old is always new again, but I've never been fond of the 70s era fashion.
Stephen Jones of the Dallas Cowboys joins us next here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Kielbasa bacon now available at H-E-B. You know, I'm a big bacon fan. I love Kielbasa bacon, best bacon on the planet. I know we were all bummed when Kielbasa Smoked Meats paused bacon production during the pandemic, and they did that because they would not compromise on the quality we expect from Kielbasa Smoked Meats. Got a call a couple of weeks ago from my friends at Kielbasa that says we've got bacon, and it's now available at H-E-B. That thick-cut bacon is at H-E-B. Packaging a little different than before, but that taste is the same. Kielbasa thick-cut bacon is naturally hickory smoked for that robust flavor in each bite, made with premium pork and has 3 grams of protein per serving. In a world of over-processed foods, Kielbasa's dry-cured bacon is crafted with only 4 simple ingredients, or 5 if you get the peppered flavor. Unlike other bacons that are pumped full of water and phosphates, Kielbasa's dry-cured bacon is all meat, no cheat. Think about all the splatter that you normally get or the shrinkage. You don't get that with Kielbasa because of the water. There's no water in it. Life's too short for watered-down bacon. In original and peppered flavors, Kielbasa bacon is now available at H-E-B. And if it's not at your H-E-B, ask the store manager to get it at that H-E-B and then drive to the next one and get it. I can tell you it's the best bacon on the planet. Michael Kielbasa guarantees it. As written on every package, if it's not the best bacon you've ever eaten, call Michael Kielbasa. He'll give you your money back. They can say it again at Kielbasa, we've got bacon. So go get yours at H-E-B today. That Kielbasa dry-cured, thick-cut bacon.
The Morning Huddle.
I'm not going to elevate Tombstone any higher than it needs to be elevated. And if we're quoting Tombstone,
Everyone quotes Tombstone.
not everyone.
Everyone but you.
I don't think that myself and a couple of dudes in the brigade bar are really going to.
I want you to ask your dad about Johnny Ringo.
I can assure you, I know the answer to that one.
The Morning Huddle with AJ and Rob. Weekday mornings 6 to 10. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
If you're a man and you live in or around the San Antonio area, you need to listen to this message. Do you find yourself stressing about or even avoiding intimate moments? Do you find yourself thinking, is it going to work? Does your partner look at you and ask, is it me? Did I do something wrong? Do you get frustrated when things don't live up to their expectations? Men, you're not alone, and we have a solution. For over a decade, Mojo has delivered 100% guaranteed male performance results. Mojo truly works every single time. Guys, Mojo works when all other things fail, and its proprietary formula has helped thousands of men live their best lives again. Yeah! Mojo is 100% natural, blood pressure safe, diabetic friendly, and fast acting. And Mojo is now available in both spray and capsule formulas, exclusively at Pure Line Nutrition. Call Pure Line Nutrition in San Antonio today at 210-494-2210. That's Pure Line Nutrition, 210-494-2210.
Hey, sports fans, if you're not calling John Anthony, you're simply missing out. To prove it, I'm released your Thursday night report, absolutely free on recorded message line, 1-800-244-5506. Washington at Philadelphia. Tonight is going to be a monster game, and I've got the side and total. Washington-Philly confirmed analysis, plus hoops and college football. That's 5 big plays. John Anthony has you covered. I love to sweep the board. Call now. Hear them for free on recorded message. 1-800-244-5506. Information wins. John Anthony Sports, #1 against the spread. 1-800-244-5506. You want the information? I've got it. Washington, Philly, plus college football, hoops, and special prop action. I love to go 5-0 the season free. 1-800-244-5506. That's 1-800-244-5506, or go to johnanthonysports.com.
Sponsored by JFSR Group.
Choosing the right candidates for any office can be difficult.
My office has lots of drama.
I share my office. But no matter what kind of office you have, if you're hiring, you need ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter's powerful matching technology finds the most qualified candidates for your roles fast. So, for any kind of office,
I'm really going places in my office.
count on ZipRecruiter to find the right candidates for it. Try ZipRecruiter for free today at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home for Texas A&M football. Saturday afternoon at 6:30. The Aggies, coming off their second bye of the season, take on New Mexico State. Presented by Ewald Kubota and the Angry Elephant. Pre-game at 5:30 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, your South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. Speaking of the Dallas Cowboys, Stephen Jones of the Dallas Cowboys joining us on the Buyers Barricades at guest line. Stephen, appreciate you jumping on this Thursday. And I know with the way things went last week, at what point do you start worrying more about next season?
Well, we're not there. We still got 8 games left to play, and we're getting healthier. And our goal is to go out and get a big win here against the Texans. Right now that's the focus of this football team. But we'll just keep working in that direction.
Stephen, when you look at last week's game and you see Cooper Rush, obviously he didn't have a very good game last week. Do you just chalk that up as just not a lot of playing time, and do you expect him to be better this week?
Yeah, we fully expect him to, and, Cooper played well in relief for Dak in the game before. Thought he played really well, and, he did when he fumbled the ball there in the first quarter. He took a big hit, in his neck and shoulder area, and but Cooper's never going to complain, and he grinded it out. But I fully expect to see the Cooper Rush that went 7-1 and played a good game, came in and filled in for Dak the week before, and I thought played well.
Stephen Jones of the Dallas Cowboys joining us here on the Blitz. Mike McCarthy used the term lead back today in talking about Rico Dowdle. Is there going to be more of a focus on Rico and maybe a goal of 15, 20 rushes on Monday night against the Texans?
Yeah, I know, Mike. Week in and week out, we want to run the ball more. We've had some tough situations where we've gotten behind and maybe get away from that. But I know the goal would be to get, Rico, 15 to 20 carries would be outstanding. And then obviously, if it's Zeke, Dalvin, it's Dalvin. But, the other back pick up the remaining carries. But we certainly would like to run the ball more. I think when Rico's run it, I think he's averaging 4.5 for the year and maybe over 5 yards a carry his last couple of games. So when we do run it with him, he's successful.
Stephen, when you just look at this matchup with the Houston Texans coming in, everybody in Texas obviously excited. This is a game that the players, everybody should be pretty excited for.
Yeah, it's always great. I remember when we used to play the Houston Oilers, it was a big deal. And Bud Adams had the Oilers down there. Then it spilled on over into Mr. McNair and the Texans. But, there's always the pride of the state of Texas is on the line when these two teams meet, and always makes for an exciting matchup.
Stephen Jones of the Cowboys joining us here on the Blitz at 3-6. The talking about the Cowboys never ends. And they think about just this week alone, all the conversation about should they put up curtains because the sun is bright, the comments that Micah made, and today it's about Deion Sanders. Could he be the next head coach of the Dallas Cowboys? Do you guys sit around in your office sometimes and just laugh at some of the national storylines?
Well, I just think it's one of the things Jerry's always always preached is you don't want them to quit caring. And people do like to talk about the Cowboys, the Dallas Cowboys, and all the moving parts that come with it. And but the great thing is people care and they want to talk about you. When they quit talking about you, that's when you have a problem.
Yeah, absolutely right. Absolutely right. Stephen, again, and I know we talk about this week in and week out, but the locker room situation and the players, I know Micah Parsons came out and was very excited about this week's game. He and C.J. Stroud are good friends. But do you have any issue or worry about that locker room as you move through the schedule?
No, we've got a good group of men in our locker room. It's a team, predominantly it's been, the leadership of the team is the same group that's, won 12 games, 3 years running. And, that doesn't happen without good character men. And everybody's disappointed where we are at this point in time. That goes without saying. I mean, our expectations were much higher, than where we sit today at 3-6. But certainly believe not only, the guys who are playing, our leadership on our team, but we've got a great coaching staff there that's been around the block. They've seen it all. Mike McCarthy, Mike Zimmer, the work. So, I like our group. They're professionals. They're going to work every day. And right now, I don't see any reasons for concern in terms of the locker room.
Stephen, speaking of some guys on the health front, one, Dak coming off that surgery, I trust everything. All reports seem that it went well. But Deron Bland, thought we might see him on the field a little by now, and he's still not practicing. What's the status with Bland? Do you expect to get him back this season?
Well, he's really made some big steps. Some big steps the last 2 weeks, and I think probably not going to make it this week, but he's really getting close and, could start to work back in and see action as early as next week.
Good deal. Stephen Jones of the Dallas Cowboys, go get a win against those Texans on Monday night.
Thank you, guys. Always good being on with you.
Appreciate it. Stephen Jones of the Dallas Cowboys on the Buyers Barricades guest line, where they provide traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond online at buyersbarricades.com. Of course, that Monday night game you'll be able to listen to here on 94.1, brought to you by AA Best Bail Bonds and Ewald Kubota. Mike McCarthy might have more of a health update tomorrow, but the Deron Bland story, really, I thought he'd be back 2 weeks ago.
Well, I think when we talked 3 or 4 weeks ago, when we talked to Stephen Jones, he indicated that he thought he was close. And so I don't know, what's going on, if they misdiagnosis for that foot or it's just not healing the way they thought it would. But Deron Bland certainly could be used. And, we've been reporting all day that Nico Collins is coming back. That secondary is going to be tested, that's for sure.
Well, and you look at the injury report, Nico coming back for Houston, CJ no problem, but also Will Anderson did not practice today for the Houston Texans. So when you look at the injury report, and again, it's Thursday, and with the game on Monday, you can't get too excited about some of the DNPs that you see on this day, although with Will Anderson, a little bit of concern because he's been out a while, but CJ, a full participant.
Yeah, but I tell you what, he may be the toughest dude in the NFL this year, as much as he's been hammered and sacked and pushed around. So props to C.J. Stroud for being a tough guy, that's for sure. But they've got some issues as well. I mean, they really do, the Houston Texans I'm talking about. So, and if Anderson can't go, and you got Autry also, that's certainly going to help Cooper Rush's situation out a little bit.
Well, and again, if they stay committed to the run, that will help. But defensively, Micah Parsons is going to feast on Monday night. It's this game, and Micah has said this, very personal to him because he and CJ are so tight. And the Texans offensive line gives the Cowboys offensive line a run for the money when it comes to suckage and pass blocking.
No doubt.
And you saw this with Micah coming back. We take Micah Parsons for granted. As great as he is, and we always look at sack numbers, and is he getting there? But the amount of attention that he gets and the speed in which he operates, you've kind of missed it. And against the Eagles, it's just a solid reminder of what we come to expect, and when it's not there, how much you really miss it. But not only what Micah was able to do, but what Overshone was able to do. And I'm thrilled to look on the injury report today for the Cowboys. Let's see, Overshone, knee, full participant. When he had that non-contact injury, I thought, here we go again.
Yeah, and another injury to a key player. And look, I think Overshone has shown that he's grown and is an NFL football player, and he's going to get better and better. I think that's a good piece, and the Cowboys should be proud of that. There's some others, however, that haven't, and that's an issue. So, interesting about Micah, and I agree with you that he does. I mean, he just plays at a speed that nobody else plays at.
Mm-hmm.
But it still brings up the question. And again, I say this, but it was a big discussion again this morning at the gym. What do you do with Micah Parsons? You pay him, or do you take some phone calls and see what other people might be willing to give you for a Micah Parsons?
Honestly, I think that's very touchy. And Jerry would have to be very, very careful and open with Micah Parsons about that. I think you pay him. He is such a rare talent that you can't let that go. The argument for fielding trades is what could you get in return? And I saw Greeny the other day on Get Up talking about, the Herschel Walker trade and what you got out of that. I just don't know that you'll get another trade like that, especially for a defensive player.
Is Mike Ditka around still?
When you look at it, Pledge put up there the Deshaun trade. See, I think for a quarterback, you might be willing to risk it all. Everybody is on the hunt for a quarterback. And if you feel like you have one, you marry him, and that's what Jerry's done. Whether you think he's the right guy or not, Jerry does, and he signed the deal. And you got 5 more years of this, but what will Jerry put around him? And because of the expense, you pay Micah, and he'll be the highest paid defensive player, but what can you do to make that defense that much stronger to where you've got a defense that's holding people to, 17 to 24 a game, and with your offense, you should be able to score. And if you can do that, you're going to win a lot of games. And where is your focus going to be? And the Cowboys have spent time where all the focus was on the offense. Defense sucked. That didn't work. Then it was, all right, let's build a great defense. We've got an aging offense, and they've had success with that, but not in the playoffs where it counts. So which formula, which way are the Cowboys going to go as they start restructuring everything after this season, which Steven says it's not over, but we all know this season is over, right? So I want to know, at what point do you start planning for next year? At what point do you start saying, it's like the stories out of New York with Daniel Jones. I mean, we can't let you get hurt. We don't want to pay you that injury guarantee. You almost wonder where some young guys, let's see what we have with those guys, because we're going to lose these games anyway. So let's get those guys those valuable reps.
Well, and Daniel Jones may have played his last game as a Giant. I mean, that is possible that's happened. I just think, look, Jerry knows enough people, and he could do that. He could make a call. He could do something. If somebody showed an interest, and I'm not saying give Micah away, but if you're going to get a first-round draft pick perhaps and some others, I think you have to take a look. You have to at least look at it. And it solves a couple of problems. It gets you some young players, and it takes that money that you were going to pay Micah Parsons off the books. And again, you don't give him away. It's got to be a hell of a deal. But I think Jerry and Steven and these guys at some point in time have to do their due diligence in a private way. I agree with you. It can't be in a public manner, but in a private way, at least have to kick the tires and make some phone calls and talk about it. Because to me, that's the only way the Cowboys are going to get back in a timely fashion. If you're going to rely on young players and hope that they develop, I think you're in for a long-haul rebuild. I really do.
I think all options have to be discussed. And just like I'm sure they had discussions on whether or not they were going to pay CeeDee Lamb or whether or not they were going to pay Dak Prescott. And, you, like everybody else, whatever you're doing, you're looking to make a major purchase, the pros and cons, can you do it? Looking at a new job, pros and cons, known hell versus unknown hell. However you want to look at it, you have to do that. So explore trade possibilities. But I will ask you, as a non-Cowboy fan, closet Cowboy fan, because you own a lot of Cowboy shirts and you love Jerry Jones, do you have any confidence in the world that this front office would make the trade, netting what you think would be worth it, for Micah Parsons?
No, I don't.
Then pay the man.
Well,
I mean, when you look at, like,
you may not have a choice.
What I worry about is it would get compared to, I don't know, Billy O'Brien trading to DeAndre Hopkins to Arizona for a bag of chips and a Diet Coke.
Well, you can't do that, obviously.
And again, or you look at the Deshaun Watson trade that really has worked out really well for one team. And you wonder, because so many of these trades seemingly work well for one team, the only trade in recent memory that I can think of off the top of my head that you feel like both teams won was Jared Goff and Matt Stafford trading places. Outside of that, trades seem one-sided, and somebody just gets bent over. And I worry with this Cowboys front office, they're going to be the ones bent over, and you go, you did what for Micah Parsons?
Mm-hmm. Well, again, and I said you can't give them away. Now, whether Jerry and Steven do that or not, it remains to be seen. Most likely they're going to pay him. But again, I believe, it's my personal belief, and I know there's salary cap gymnastics that you have to go through, but my belief is if you do that and you're just relying on the draft and hoping that these young players develop quickly, I think you're in for a long haul. And by long haul, 2 or 3 years, and then your quarterback is going to be on the end of his deal, as is your wide receiver. And so I'm just saying, if you're going to do that and you're going to pay Micah, and I know there's still going to be salary cap money available and you can make it work, but I just don't believe you're going to be a better team next year than you are this year necessarily, although you would hope so a little bit anyway.
Well,
but it just doesn't seem like it's going to be a quick fix. If you pay Micah Parsons, you've got 3 guys eating up a hell of a lot of salary cap, and that could be an issue.
You do, and it can be. Jerry's not an idiot. And we talked about this some in the summertime, and we've talked about it some this year. Was this kind of a reset year? That because if he knew, just taking Jerry for what he said, if you believe him, and I don't. For the record, I don't. But his all-in comment was getting Dak and CD done. He could have got those deals done at any point. And if you decided you were going to, he didn't wake up on the season opener to say, all right, let's get it done. That was their plan all along. They wanted to save this year, go with all those credit card analogies. You know, they went out and they took one of those debt consolidation loans, if you will, and this year is going to struggle. But next year, because even those contracts, like if you pull it up right now, I want to say Dak and CD are like 47% against next year's cap. I think anybody with half a brain realizes the way those deals were done, you're going to be able to restructure them, and those numbers are going to come way, way, way down. So if you're looking at just those numbers today and trying to make an opinion, or you're off, because we all know those are going to get restructured and those are going to change. Jerry at his age, I think, needed to, okay, we lost to Green Bay. What can we do? New coaching staff is going to get a whole bunch of new toys. And what is that guy going to want? And they're going to have money to go spend. And then with the investment of a CD, a Dak, and a Micah, are they in better position to go all in, maybe even overspend to get a trophy before he's gone?
Well, that'd be outstanding. I haven't seen the Cowboys do anything near that in, 28 years?
Sure. Going
all in. So maybe because of Jerry's advanced age, they take a chance. And I agree with you, but you're still going to have that credit card debt you're going to have to pay off.
That's Steven's problem.
Well, it goes down the line. Look, I say they should have done that this year. Go all in. Forget about it. Spend some money, get some people in here. I'm all for that. And if they do that, I will applaud them, because I just think you do whatever you have to do. And if you're right about Jerry, he wants to win a Super Bowl before he's 6 feet under, I don't think you're going to have a choice but to do that and go all in and get some talent in here and put it on the field. If you've got your quarterback, your wide receiver, and your best defensive player, then I think you owe it to those guys, and you owe it to the fans to go all in. But a 2 or 3 or 4 year rebuild, which is the Cowboys' way, draft and develop, it is not going to get it done.
See, again, what you're saying makes all the sense in the world, except for you can't be in a 2 or 3 year rebuild when you've got a quarterback making the money that Dak is making. You're not a rebuilding team when you've paid a quarterback. Now, once you pay your quarterback, you're out of rebuild mode. You're in build mode, and you're trying to. But a rebuild team gets rid of their quarterback and brings somebody else in, and then they try to get all the other pieces and get everything done. So they can't be in a multi-year rebuild. And this reset, pause, whatever you want to call it, this year was a wash. This year wasn't about winning. This year looks like a bridge to next year. Let's get these contracts in, get them to where they're reworkable. And again, I always hate when Steven or Jerry talk about a 5-year plan, because, everybody in business knows, yes, you have a 5-year plan, but it's having a series of 1-year plans that all work for that 5-year goal to be met. And this year, not about winning, which is why I don't see them overly devastated. Dak's not there? Crap. That actually helps, because they'll end up with a better draft pick.
Well, and I'll ask you the same question you asked me. Do you trust Jerry Jones and the Jones family to get that done next year and go all in because you have your quarterback and your wide receiver?
More so, probably, because I look at what they did last time Dak got hurt, got paid. They made some moves. And like last time they went, say, wide receiver by committee, they did something nobody thought they would. They went and they made a trade for Amari Cooper. They've done some things out of the box when they thought they had the group that could go get it. And by signing Dak and CD and everything they say about Micah, and again, the whole Mike McCarthy, you just have to sit through this and, Steven with a great BS answer, because I do think you've got to start worrying about that locker room.
They have. Well, sure.
Yeah,
yes.
I mean, they've got to worry about that locker room, but I do find it interesting, and not that I want to credit Aaron Rodgers, but Aaron Rodgers said the other day on McAfee that Mike McCarthy is Pittsburgh's tough and kind of built for situations like this. And he brought up a story about when they were going through that adversity when they were together with the Green Bay Packers. And Mike McCarthy talked today about being a leader through adverse situations like what the Cowboys are in.
I think it confirms what I believe in and what I've done That's what adversity has been my personal experience because, I'm not trying to say this nicely. I'm not a big fan of drama. And that personality is something that I've had to learn to, as a coach, to engage with and work with and so forth. So I think like anything in life, I think it's important when you do go through times, regardless of what they are professionally, you go back to who you are. You should stick to who you are. I'm never going to try to be somebody else. And I think it's important for all of us to operate in that phase because we were all brought here for a reason. We've done good things together, so we need to continue to work and stay convicted to that commitment. So if anything, these moments really confirm, who you are, why you're here, and that's the way I look at it. I think this is an incredible opportunity for this football team, what's in front of us, to be into this valley of adversity, and I think to come out of this would be a great story. And there's a ton of work, and the only work we're really focused on is really beating the Houston Texans. But man, this is a great opportunity for us, and I tell these guys, repeatedly, just enjoy this. This is something that you can really learn from for the rest of your life.
Enjoy this. Yeah, enjoy this. Look, Mike McCarthy is putting on the act that he has to put on. The most Jerry Jones thing is going to be at the end of the year, Mike McCarthy's going to get an extension. He's going to get a new contract. And that would be the most Jerry Jones thing in the entire world for him to do that. And I think Mike, to some extent, has already lost that locker room. I think Micah Parsons kind of gave us a little bit of a clue there with the dumb comments he made the other day. And I really believe that he has. Look, nobody believes that this team is going anywhere, and I guarantee you, if you're a fly on the wall having a beer with any of those Dallas Cowboy football players right now, there's no hope that the Cowboys are going to rebound and enjoy the opportunity that's in front of them. They know where they stand, and they it is what it is.
And to a degree, and I don't know about Mike McCarthy, although Micah's comments were pretty loud, even though unintended.
Yes.
Zimmer, that's a one and done.
Oh, my gosh.
And
that was a mistake.
And the offense has clearly regressed. So the one thing that was one of the reasons why you didn't terminate Mike McCarthy, is because the offense was so damn good last year, but it has regressed. So other than if Jerry really does believe in Mike or doesn't think that he's going to find a better replacement. And again, if you're going to fire somebody, sometimes you make change to make change, but generally you make a change because you think you can bring in somebody better. And there's a lot of jobs that are going to be open. Look at the jobs that are already open, and we're not even to Thanksgiving yet. And more are going to be coming open with young quarterbacks that are still on rookie deals, like in Chicago.
It's going to be interesting. For us to sit here and predict what Jerry's going to do after this year is like a fool's errand.
Yeah.
Because you just don't know what the hell that man's going to come up with and what he's going to do. We can think we know, but at the end of the day, nothing would surprise me with what Jerry Jones does in the offseason.
The question is, do you still think Mike McCarthy's a good football coach?
I'm sure he's a good football coach, but I think he's worn out his welcome here. And especially if you're going to sign a Micah Parsons, who has already indicated loud and clear to me he's not a Mike McCarthy fan.
Yeah.
I think you have to move on. Whether you got somebody better or not, I think you have to. I think the odor of Mike McCarthy in that locker room is powerful.
36 wins over the last 3 years, but only 3 this. And again, I'm with you. Last year and all offseason, Mike McCarthy didn't do anything to get an extension, but he also didn't do anything to deserve to getting fired. This year, that has changed. 3-6 and your offense looking like crap, even when Dak was healthy. That's on Mike McCarthy.
Well, a lot of it is. Yes, a lot of it is. A lot of it's unfortunate. They've had some injuries, and they're just not as good as they were last year. So there's a lot of things that go into that. But, yes, Mike McCarthy has to be criticized for not being able to adjust to what he has on the field this year.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. You have Thursday night football tonight, Washington and Philadelphia. Spurs and Lakers tomorrow, the other NBA, the other college. You want to have a lot of fun and a chance to make some money while watching all these games. Make sure you go download the Underdog Fantasy app. Love playing the Pick'em game. Pick'em game is a lot of fun where you're picking player stats and just determining higher or lower on those player stats, predicted stats, to build your Pick'em entry. I love doing that. Told you yesterday I was looking, at the projections. Wemby, higher than 24.5, which I thought, well, yeah, that's go. He ended up with 50. Saw Robert Alexander on our YouTube feed. He's a new user. He had Wemby higher than 0.5 on Underdog. He said it turned green on the second possession, and that's one of the great things when you get signed up at Underdog Fantasy. All new users are going to get that free pick, which is higher than 0.5 for that pick to win. All new users get that. They've got profit boosts almost every day between the specials, promos, and bonuses. Profit boosts where you can bump up your winnings at just a tap, just applying the boost to eligible entries. They've got discounts, adjusted projections on certain player stats to help you get that win. Get signed up at Underdog Fantasy. Either download the app or go to the website. Use my promo code STAR when you sign up, and Underdog is going to make your deposit get up to $1,000 in bonus cash instantly. Again, promo code STAR at Underdog Fantasy. Must be over 18, present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org. Again, promo code STAR when you get signed up at Underdog Fantasy.
Taking you home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6. KTFM Floresville. And everywhere at sasportstar.com. 1, 2, 3, Cowboys! South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Monday night at 7:15. The Cowboys take center stage hosting the Houston Texans for Monday Night Football.
I like this kind of party!
Pregame starts after the Blitz at 6. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds and Ewald Kubota.
This is home cooking. How about them Cowboys?
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine is excited to announce a partnership that is revolutionizing access to care for orthopedic patients. The HURT app provides free 24/7 access to orthopedic expertise. HURT is the app to have before you need it. Don't wait for an injury to happen. Download HURT now for free, fast virtual access to orthopedic specialists. The HURT app is available online in the App Store and Google Play. Learn more about the HURT app and the OrthoNow Injury Clinic at tsaog.com.
Hey guys, it's AJ. I'm here to tell you about SA Card House, San Antonio's premier card house. They're now accepting new memberships. They're open 7 days a week. Great atmosphere, great vibe, great food, great service. All skill levels welcome. Stop by. Check them out online, sacardhouse.com.
Hi, everyone. If you or someone you know were diagnosed with lung cancer or mesothelioma, listen up, because you could be entitled to significant compensation. We have legal professionals standing by right now to take your call, and they'll tell you if you qualify for a cash settlement. Call 800-570-0200. That's 800-570-0200. Call now and find out how much money you could potentially get.
Advertisement sponsored by Legal Help Center, may not be available in all states.
For a limited time, get a free K5 reverse osmosis drinking water system when you purchase a Connecticut water softener. Clean, great tasting water at your kitchen sink. Hurry before they're gone.
Call 656-PURE Connecticut.
When you are just craving something salty and packs a crunch, Southern Recipe Pork Rinds is your crunch time decision. Game day just got a whole lot crunchier thanks to the powerhouse snack, Southern Recipe Pork Rinds. We're talking about crispy, golden bites of pure awesomeness. Pork rinds are your MVP snack. And get this, they're low carb and high in protein, so you can keep the energy high without the guilt. Don't settle for ordinary on game day. Grab yourself a bag of Southern Recipe Pork Rinds at H-E-B today.
Hey, James Pledger. The NBA is finally back. Play Pick 6 from DraftKings, an official partner of the NBA. It's super simple to get started. First, download DraftKings Pick 6 app. Then, select 2 or more players, like Wemby and CP3, and choose if they'll have more or less of a stat, like points, rebounds, three-pointers, and more. And for all first-time Pick 6 players, check this out. New customers play $5 and get $50 in Pick 6 credits. Download the DraftKings Pick 6 app now and use promo code KTFM. That's code KTFM for new customers to play $5 and get $50 in Pick 6 credits. Only on DraftKings Pick 6. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Must be 18, plus age and eligibility restrictions vary by jurisdiction. Void where prohibited. One per new customer. Bonus award as non-withdrawable Pick 6 credits that expire in 30 days. Limited time offer. See terms at pick6.draftkings.com/promos.
Want to keep your gas-powered engines running like new? Stable's proprietary formulas are proven by third-party testing to outperform the competition in keeping fuel fresh, preventing corrosion, and cleaning the entire fuel system. With Stable, you can have confidence you are doing the right thing for your engine's long-term health. Just pour into your gas can or fuel tank, then top off with fresh fuel. At every fill-up or when you store, start with Stable. Available where fuel additives are sold.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
My dad was from West Virginia, so he had a very distinct accent. And I met this guy. He was handsome and everything else, but he sounded like my dad. He left a voicemail message once, and my mom was like, "Your father called." And I was just like, "Yeah, I can't do that. Especially if I'm going to call you daddy."
The John Clay Wolf Show.
Catch the John Clay Wolf Show Saturdays from 9 a.m. to noon right here on San Antonio Sports Star.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide cleans better than the leading competitive free detergent, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues.
Plus, Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Well, the Dallas Cowboys will have their brand new wide receiver in action Monday night when they take on the Houston Texans. Mike McCarthy says Jonathan Mingo will make his debut on Monday night. Good news for the Texans. They're set to have their top wideout, Nico Collins, back for that Monday night game against the Cowboys. And there's no serious consideration to hiring Deion Sanders, according to Sports Illustrated.
Sports Center is brought to you by Kielbasa Dry Cured Bacon. Kielbasa, we've got bacon. Available at H-E-B.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix.
Can I just finish that real quick?
Are you going to finish that or just reread it?
Well, no, it's because I've seen some comments on our YouTube page. I've seen some other comments. I guess some Cowboy fans excited that Deion Sanders might be coming there. I wouldn't count on it.
Okay.
I wouldn't count on it. Okay, so that's what I was trying to say. And Sports Illustrated is saying don't count on it either. But, look, Shadour's not coming to Dallas.
No.
They've got a quarterback that's signed for the next 4 years, and Shadour Sanders is not coming to the Dallas Cowboys.
Raiders.
Yeah, Raiders could be a possibility. They certainly need a quarterback, that's for sure. And the Raiders could very well need a head coach as well.
Yes, that could be interesting.
Yeah.
That could be interesting. And again, there's going to be a lot of openings this year. There always is a lot of openings in the NFL. But we got a lot of stuff to give away.
Well, let's do it.
All right. See. Organize. If you want Creed tickets for tomorrow night in Austin, and we've been doing this for, I don't know, an hour or so on Instagram. We'll do the giveaway at 5:30. So you got 24 minutes because Ryan doesn't work overtime. You've got 24 minutes on Instagram at SA Sports Star. Take a picture of your radio or whatever you're listening to us on. If it's YouTube, whatever it is, but your radio, whatever it is, take a picture, send that on direct message to, Ryan will get it, but at SA Sports Star. You also have to make sure you're following at SA Sports Star in order to do that at 5:30. Everybody that does that, you will go in a name generator deal, and Ryan will notify the winner. That's for the Creed concert tomorrow night. If you don't want to drive to Austin, you want to go to the Alamo Dome, we've got some tickets right now to give away to go see UTSA in North Texas. Pair of tickets to go see the Roadrunners tomorrow night in the Dome.
Very nice.
Be a good game.
Yeah, this should be a really good game in the Dome tomorrow night.
Kickoff's at what, 7?
7?
Caller 7,
yeah.
Those tickets are yours. 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. If you don't win the tickets, you can buy them, goutsa.com. It's also their Military Appreciation Night. There's a link on their website if you want to donate tickets for the troops, which is a very cool thing. Again, goutsa.com if you don't win them. But caller 7, you get a free pair of tickets from the Blitz.
And it's going to be, hey, you might get on national TV. It's a nationally televised football game tomorrow night on ESPN2.
Yeah.
So there you go. Wear your best UTSA gear.
Mm-hmm. I know Art Garcia tweeted us, I'll be there, will you be? Oh, dude, I've got high school football on Friday.
Well, there's a lot of people he's talking about there.
Oh. You going to go?
Wasn't just you. I don't know yet.
What do you mean you don't know yet?
I don't know yet. My wife's just got home. Uber just dropped her. I don't know what she's planning, but I would like to go.
Yeah?
Yeah. So we'll see what happens.
Think Rob and AJ are going to go?
If I was a gambling man?
Yeah.
No.
I know Pledge isn't going to go. He's going to be sitting in that little room right there that he's in right now, producing the high school football game tomorrow night. Reagan Brennan, our first-round game, our high school game of the week, energized by Hill Electric, Frostbank, and NCE General Contractors.
Awesome.
Last game of the year.
All right. Are you excited about that?
I am.
Yeah.
Oh, what a game. This matchup really should be for the regional finals, not in the first round.
Yeah, well, that's the way it works.
That is the way it works.
Bummer. I think Brennan's got to, although if they win this game, they've got to go play Austin Westlake.
That is correct.
Most likely. So it's a tough road to hoe there for anybody, whether it's Reagan or Brennan.
Well, and again, I mean, Westlake is Westlake. They are that good. But this Brennan team, and again, they did lose to Reagan. And Reagan, they got a running back named Cole Pryor that is just a phenomenal athlete going to the Air Force Academy. But Brennan, I don't know what's more impressive, their defense or their offense. They have 5 shutouts on the season. Their last 3 games have been shutouts. They have not allowed a point since October 19th.
Wow.
Last 3 games, they've outscored their opponents 181-0. Last 4, 253-7.
Holy cow. Wow. Holy cow.
I mean, this is and again, some of it's their competition, right? They beat Holmes 72-7. They beat Stevens 52-0. They beat Taft 69-0. Last week they beat Warren 60-0. I just hope they're battle tested because that's a team that hasn't faced adversity in a long time.
Yeah, well, look, it's Reagan and it's Brennan. It's going to be a good game.
Yep. 2
great programs, so. Lucky you, going to go out with a bang.
That's it.
Yeah,
that's it. Hopefully the Frito pie is really good.
I don't know. Ferris
Stadium?
Be. Could be.
Well, I mean, look, Comalander and Hero, same school district, 2 very different Frito pies.
Uh-huh.
Gus has a really good Frito pie. Ferris and, that neighborhood over there, your old neighborhood, Brandeis Dad.
Yeah.
It should be kind of like the Wagyu chili at Alamo Heights.
It should be, but I wouldn't count on it.
Why?
I wouldn't count on it.
Wow.
It's going to be, I'm sure it's going to be good. But
will it be great?
No Wagyu. I just hope it's Wolf Brand and not Hormel.
That's always the hope.
Because Hormel just flat out sucks.
Wow. Why do you hate Hormel?
Well, because it sucks.
What if it's just a can that says chili? With beans or without?
Well, it depends. I mean, I like chili both ways.
Well, again, canned chili for a Frito pie, no beans.
All right. Well,
you putting it on your hot dog, chili dog, no beans.
I'll put beans on there from time to time.
If you're making your own chili, but out of a can?
Yeah. I like the Wolf Brand with beans.
If you buy the Wolf Brand hot dog chili that they sell for chili dogs, there's no beans.
Well, it doesn't matter. Who makes those rules that I have to buy that chili?
It's on the can. Well,
doesn't matter.
No, it's different because, like, if you're at H-E-B and you see the can, you got the regular, like, Wolf Brand chili or the one meant for hot dogs. It's not as big of a can because you don't need as much chili because you got the hot dog. And that chili has no beans.
Well, it's a little runnier than the regular chili.
That's Hormel.
It's awful. That's awful. Look, but who made
chili
the
or
rules?
you?
Who made the rules, right? I mean, I can put regular chili on a hot dog.
As critical as you are of things that people put on food, the man that puts ketchup in his gravy with this chicken fried steak.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're not allowed to make the rules just from that alone.
Dude, yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Because that's delicious.
Now, you've lost all rule-making abilities once you do that.
See, here's the problem.
Here we go.
I know you like it.
No.
You just can't admit it.
No.
That's your problem. That's fine.
I don't like it.
It's fine. I understand, Jason. It's okay. You got to keep your reputation. But
My reputation.
Yes.
Really. You don't mix ketchup with your chili.
I don't mix
or with
chili.
your gravy. With your gravy.
I agree with you there.
Yeah.
No ketchup and chili.
It wasn't that funny, Pledge. Keep your mic close.
That I agree with.
Yeah.
But a little chicken fried steak, it's perfect.
No, it's really not.
Oh,
it's
even
really
with
not.
good steak strips, it's good.
Huh?
Yeah.
What? No, like if you go to Dairy Queen and get the steak strips and you got some ketchup for your fries and some chili might touch the ketchup, that's okay. But you can't bathe it in there like you do.
What's your fascination with chili and ketchup?
Did I say chili
you
again?
Said chili
I
again.
meant gravy. But now I'm craving chili. I can't wait for tomorrow night.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I have no idea. Somebody's asking me on YouTube about Smiths and Valley. What do they have? South Sand tomorrow night to open up? I mean, South Sand's 8-2 if I remember correctly. So is Smiths and Valley. But yeah, Smiths and Valley's going to win that game.
They should win that game.
They should win that game.
Yeah. Although South Sand can be pesky.
Pesky.
Pesky. Yes.
You know who else is pesky?
Where are they playing that game?
I don't know.
Because if it's out of Southside, that's a tough place to play.
Looks like Smith Valley High School.
Oh, well, that's a tough place to play.
They're going to Ranger Stadium? Yeah, that's a tough place to play.
That's a tough place to play, too, yes.
Have you ever put cottage cheese on your hot dog?
I don't put cottage cheese on anything.
That sounds gross.
It's awful. Who does that?
Oh, Brian Carson.
Ugh.
Dude.
Cottage cheese?
That just sounds awful.
Cottage cheese is awful, period. You like cottage cheese?
No.
It's just
and
awful on its own.
Certainly not on a hot dog. That just sounds... Good Lord.
Yeah, dude, that's bad.
Mm-hmm. The pesky John McClain will join us next, coming up here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, let me tell you about the Connecticut quality water softener that I have in my home. I love it. I tell you, I love it. Really was a skeptic. I'll be honest with you. I didn't think it was going to be any better than any other water softener on the market. But, boy, I tell you what, I learned really quick that it is. It is so much better than anything that I have ever had. And I promise you, you get one, it's going to be better than anything you've ever had. Look, it's the most popular water softener on the market. And they've been serving San Antonio and South Texas for over 50 years. Products are made in America. And what I love about it is you don't plug it in. It doesn't run on electricity, but it provides soft water 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And right now, the fine folks at Connecticut have a great deal just for you. For a limited time, when you purchase a new Connecticut quality water softener, you're going to get a reverse osmosis drinking station that will be installed at your kitchen sink absolutely free. That is one of the best things around. Purified water right at your kitchen sink. Water's going to taste better. Coffee, tea, whatever you use water for, it's going to taste better. And the good news is you don't have to buy bottled water anymore for your house. You've got it right there at your kitchen sink. Now, remember, it is for a limited time, so you do not want to wait. Financing is always available. They even have a rental program at Connecticut. So all you have to do is get the ball started. They'll explain all the details to you. Give them a call, 656-PURE, 656-7873, or you can get them online at ConnecticutSA.com. SA.com. And you know the jingle. Sing it with me. It's the last water softener you'll ever own. Call 656 Pure Connecticut.
Dallas Cowboys head coach Mike McCarthy goes one-on-one with the Morning Huddles, AJ and Rob, Friday mornings.
You invited Dak and Coop over to the house. What mama cooked?
She never disappoints.
Well, what was the meal? We're really curious.
Well, she had the local pizza, salads, pasta dish, chicken.
Mike McCarthy's unfiltered look at the Cowboys' upcoming game. Friday mornings at 6:45 and 9. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds on 94.1. San Antonio's Sports Star.
We're definitely going to be late to the concert. I feel like we should be there by now.
I'm just taking a little detour. I gotta fill up my gas tank, and I know this place a couple towns over where the gas is cheaper.
Are you serious? We're gonna be late for the concert because you're driving out of the way for cheaper gas? Just use Upside.
What's Upside?
Upside is the free cashback app that gets you real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait, I can get cash back just for buying the gas I need anyway?
Yes, I use it all the time, and I've made around $200. Now pull over so you can download the Upside app before we miss the concert.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code TRAFFIC25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank, PayPal, or as a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code TRAFFIC25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code TRAFFIC25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus. That's code TRAFFIC25.
Get Black Friday savings all month long at Ancira Nissan on IH-10 West. Lease this 2025 Nissan Sentra SV for just $186 per month for 18 months. Lease this 2025 Kicks SV for just $258 per month for 18 months. Come in today or check us out at AnciraNissanSA.com. Ancira Nissan, I-10 West between Wurzbach and Heidner.
You know the Roo Pub has proven to be the best place to watch any big game with those three massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. Football, basketball, all the fights. And when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and certainly the best place to watch the game. Just down from the big blind, the Roo Pub, right next to the Angry Elephant. 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
Hello, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney here in San Antonio, and since 1994, I've been representing people and families seriously injured by negligent drivers. I think everyone knows that driving while using a cell phone, texting, posting videos is dangerous. Study after study shows that use of a cell phone like this is the same or worse than driving under the influence. Yet, many people insist on using their cell phones while driving. I've had many cases where my client was injured by one of these people because they chose to use their cell phone. Who are these people? You and I have both seen them, probably today. Men, women, old, young, minivan drivers, truck drivers, 18-wheeler drivers. I know this. The same person that chooses to use their cell phone while driving is the same person who will lie about it later, just to avoid taking responsibility. If you choose to use a cell phone while driving and hurt someone, you'd better hope they don't call me. If you or a family member has been injured in a vehicle collision, call me. Jason Thompson, 210-900-0400. That's 210-900-0400.
This Friday night in the Alamo Dome, your UTSA Roadrunners take on rival North Texas. It's the UTSA Salute to Armed Forces and Veterans presented by USAA. Get your tickets now, and you can donate to the Tickets for Troops program to help deserving service members and veterans attend the game. It's UTSA versus North Texas this Friday night at 7 in the Alamo Dome. Visit GoUTSA.com to secure your seats now. UTSA football. It's more than a game. It's an experience.
Hey guys, it's AJ. I'm here to tell you about SA Card House, San Antonio's premier card house. They're now accepting new memberships. They're open 7 days a week. Great atmosphere, great vibe, great food, great service. All skill levels welcome. Stop by. Check them out online, sacardhouse.com.
Listen to this station anytime, anywhere on Odyssey. Odyssey is your new audio home for all the music, news, sports, and podcasts that matter to you. Odyssey. That's AUDACY.
If you're a man and you live in or around the San Antonio area, you need to listen to this message. Do you find yourself stressing about or even avoiding intimate moments? Do you find yourself thinking, is it going to work? Does your partner look at you and ask, is it me? Did I do something wrong? Do you get frustrated when things don't live up to their expectations? Men, you're not alone, and we have a solution. For over a decade, Mojo has delivered 100% guaranteed male performance results. Mojo truly works every single time. Guys, Mojo works when all other things fail, and its proprietary formula has helped thousands of men live their best lives again. Yeah! Mojo is 100% natural, blood pressure safe, diabetic friendly, and fast acting. And Mojo is now available in both spray and capsule formulas, exclusively at Pure Line Nutrition. Call Pure Line Nutrition in San Antonio today at 210-494-2210. That's Pure Line Nutrition, 210-494-2210.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Along with Joe Reinagel, I'm Jason Minix. Cowboys, Texans coming up on Monday. Let's talk about it. John McClain from HoustonTexans.com joining us on the Buyers Barricades guest line. John, the Cowboys suck this year. It's brutal. Season's over. The excitement level for this game isn't near what it should be, at least around these parts. In Houston, what's the buzz like for this Monday night matchup?
It's amazing. We've been blasting them because of the way they blew the Detroit game. And first time since 1970, team had 5 interceptions and led by 16 and didn't win the game. And C.J. Stroud took all the blame afterward. And then he said, you know, we did go to the wire. We didn't play well, but we did go to the wire with one of the best teams in the league. And I started thinking about it. You know, you lose at Green Bay on a field goal with no time left. You lose this one on a field goal with no time left. You ought to beat the Cowboys with all their issues. And the only way I could see the Texans losing, even if they don't score in the second half for the 5th game in a row, don't score a touchdown, is that the Cowboys' defense or special team scores touchdowns or the moonlight gets in Cooper Rush's eyes.
It's possible.
Yeah, well, they'll use that as an excuse, John. That's for sure. They're pretty good at that, no doubt.
Texans have a lot of fans coming up there. Do y'all remember the game? Excuse me. When Tony Romo had to go to a silent count.
Yep.
Because the Texans fans were making so much noise. They need that kind of fan response up there like they got that year. I'm doing a thing for HoustonTexans.com for tomorrow about comparing the 6-4 Texans this year with the 6-4 Texans last year. And the difference is last year they won 3 in a row to get to 6-4. This year they've lost 3 out of 4 to get to 6-4. And their offensive stats are way down. Now, missing Nico Collins for 5 games has a lot to do with that. Stephon Diggs been gone for 2.5. Lost Tank Dell for a game. And their interior offensive line is terrible. Basically, their whole offensive line is terrible again. So when I think about all that, and I think, geez, they're 6-4. They should win the division, host a playoff game, win it, go on the road to Kansas City or Baltimore and get beat. But I would think if Nico Collins would have been healthy for a couple of games, they might won one of them like the one the other night, because without him and without time to throw, it has severely hampered their passing game. And Bobby Slowick, their offensive coordinator and play caller, is getting very predictable with his stubbornness to continue to run the ball when it doesn't work, like against Detroit. So if the Cowboys were to win this game, first win at home this season, you talk about pushing a panic button down here, they would push it, because this team is yet to play a good game from start to finish. Their best victory was over Buffalo here. Bills haven't lost since, but they should be able to beat the Cowboys. And if they don't, it's going to be ugly with a capital U.
Well, I tell you, John, it's an interesting game, and I'll tell you why. Because I think with a healthy Micah Parsons, I hope C.J. Stroud is moving just fine because I think he's going to cause him a little problems. The good news is Nico Collins is back, but Houston ought to be able to run the football. Joe Mixon ought to have a great night. So I just don't know which team is going to, be bad worse tomorrow as far as that offensive line goes. And other things.
Well, they should have been able to run the ball on the Lions, and the Lions geared their whole defense to stopping Mixon. And so Slowick keeps giving him the ball 25 times. First down, run for no gain. Second down, another Mixon run. And Mixon's a really good receiver and run after the catch. They should be throwing them the balls. And anytime the Texans ran their bunch formation that moved the wide receivers in, the Lions just went to an 8-man front because Slowick runs out of that formation. He just got too predictable. And I say all that, if C.J. Stroud had thrown the ball a second sooner or put a little more mustard on it when Tank Dell was wide open in the end zone, he was rolling out and he kind of lobbed it. And it gave cornerback Carlton Davis time to make an interception in the end zone. If he had thrown that ball normally, they would have won the game. We wouldn't be having this conversation. So that's how close they are. But I don't know how a play caller all of a sudden is going to start doing a better job and not be so predictable. And I don't know how the offensive line is going to get better. It is terrible. And they have the second most guaranteed money tied into their offensive line in the NFL to the Panthers. And after the season, they're going to need to fire the coach, and they're going to need to make some wholesale changes because they have been awful.
But other than that, John McClain from HoustonTexans.com. It's the 10th game. Cowboys at 3-6. Mike McCarthy said today, for the first time all year, Rico Dowdle was the lead back, and he needs to get more touches. I'm grateful that he's finally come to the conclusion that the running back by committee, especially when you look at who's on that committee, isn't working. With the commitment to run that Mike McCarthy talks about, and again, I'll believe it when I see it since they haven't really done that yet this year, if Rico is able to run the ball, and when he's had, 8, 10, 12, he's had 12 touches each of the last two, he's averaging 4 yards a carry north of that. If he gets in a rhythm, will that cause any problems for the Texans' run defense?
No, because the Cowboys are averaging 83 yards a game rushing. And I don't care who's been carrying it. And they've been making some really stupid decisions, like giving the ball to Elliott so he can fumble it in the end zone. He should have been cut the week before. And the Texans they're not. I don't think they're going to have Will Anderson Jr. I don't think they're going to have cornerback Kamari Lassiter, who had 2 interceptions against the Lions because he got hit in the helmet by his teammate safety Jimmy Ward and got a concussion. He's in concussion protocol, and guys don't come out of concussion protocol the same week. So I think they're going to be missing him. But the Texans' run defense has been good, although the Lions went in averaging 156 yards a game rushing, and he ended up with 105, including 47 on one series in the fourth quarter. So they did a great job against the Lions running game, and so I suspect they will with the Cowboys too. They'll try to stop the run, force Cooper Rush to throw the ball. And I tell you, I don't know what you guys think. They need to be playing Trey Lance because they need to see what they got. Not that he's going to be the starter, but is he going to be good enough to be the backup next year? Is he going to play well and they can get a better pick for him than they gave up before? There's going to be a dearth of quarterbacks next year because it's not a good draft for him. And other than Sam Darnold, I don't see anybody, a veteran out there that's going to be available that you could pencil in as your starter. And that's why there might be a market for a guy like Trey Lance if he plays a few games and looks good. And yet they're not doing it except, special packages? I'll bet you right now Trey Lance is starting the next game for the Cowboys.
Well, if Houston wins this game, I agree with you. We talked to Stephen Jones earlier, and boy, the optimism in Dallas, John, is off the chart. I mean, they figure they can run the table here, make the playoffs, and head to the Super Bowl.
Well, they could probably run the table, win the division, and but what we know is they won't get to the championship game because none of us were born the last time they did.
Well, Dak Prescott's not playing, so they've got a chance.
Wow. Yeah, the Cowboys need to keep losing because so they can get higher picks in each round. We all know they've got some serious personnel issues. And if you're going to win, say, 5 or 6 games and drop down around 10th, if you could win 3 games and be in the top 5, I think you want to be in the top 5. That's the silver lining for all the fans who are so frustrated. I tell them, look, the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow is a higher draft choice in each round. And they have brought in some good players because Jerry, at least on the draft, listens to Will McClain, who's a good personnel man. And so there's nothing wrong. If you're not going to make the playoffs, what does it matter? And they're not going to make the playoffs, as we all know.
I agree. Go get that high draft pick. And, and I'm with you on Trey Lance, although he's a free agent after this season. So you've got to play him just to see if he's worthy to be QB2 because, quite honestly, the way Cooper Rush looked against the Eagles, that's the worst he's looked in the NFL. Horrible. And if he has another week like that, I don't know, maybe I'd rather see Will Greer.
Well, if Trey Lance is a free agent, then they need to decide, do they want to pay him like 49ers gave Sam Darnold $10 million last year to be a backup. And I don't even know if he ever played. Now, I'm not saying do that to Trey Lance.
Good.
Davis Mills signed a 1-year extension here to stick around. And Trey Lance may want to sign a 1-year extension to stick around to see if he gets to play any. But the Cowboys need to do everything they can to stockpile as many draft choices as they can because Jerry will never use rebuild, of course. But it's not going to be a total rebuild because you got your quarterback and you do have some talent. I tell you one thing we talked to C.J. Stroud about. He and Micah Parsons are really good buddies. They went to Japan together. They played at celebrity softballs, celebrity basketball before the NBA All-Star game, and both of them pride themselves on being great athletes. And Stroud's a shooter where Parsons is a highlight film going to the basket. And when Parsons got the MVP over Stroud, the leading scorer, of course, he was acting like he was angry. And then they played the celebrity softball game down at Minute Maid Park, and they are really close. And so Stroud knows Parsons will do everything he can to get him and knock his block off. And if I'm the Cowboys, if I'm Mike Zimmer, I'm having Micah Parsons rush every time up the middle because their interior line is terrible. Their veteran right guard, Shaq Mason, has been awful. He has given up 8.5 sacks in 10 games. And so I would have Parsons rushing through those gaps on both sides of the center. And maybe they'll give him so much attention, it'll free up somebody else.
Good stuff. John McClain, make sure you follow him on Twitter at McClain_on_NFL. Read him at HoustonTexans.com. John, always appreciate it. Enjoy the weekend and then Monday Night Football.
I look forward to it, guys. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. John McClain and all our guests on the Buyers Barricades guest line where they provide traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond online at buyersbarricades.com. Of course, plan now on Monday to join the Blitz out at the Rue Pub 2 to 6. Getting you ready for that Monday night game. We will broadcast live at the Rue 281 in Redland Road on Monday afternoon. And, of course, the game, if you're not at the Rue watching, you can listen to it here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star, your home of the Cowboys. Brought to you by AA Best Bail Bonds and Ewald Kubota.
Yeah, come on out and join us. That's going to be a lot of fun. Regardless of the Cowboys' record and everything else, it is still Houston. It's still Dallas. It's gonna be fun until it's not. But
it's still fun at this point.
Absolutely. Well,
when you have no expectations except fun, let's have fun. Have fun.
Well, I'd like for it to be a game at halftime.
Two bad teams make a good game. And,
Well, perhaps.
And the Texans can't score in the second half. So if the Cowboys can hold them in the first two quarters, there's a chance.
Have you seen the Cowboys can't score in the third quarter? Just wanted to throw that out there.
Why do you want to bring up facts?
Well, facts are good things sometimes. So we got a 10-7 game at halftime, and then it's 10-7 going to the fourth quarter. Perfect. We got a game.
I mean, if your squares are that way, you're going to win the second quarter, the third quarter, and the fourth quarter.
It ought to be good.
Absolutely. It's going to be a fun time. Good weekend, too. Great weekend to fire up the grill, as most of them are. Before you do that, make sure you get into Tri-County Meat Market. Locally owned, full service. They have everything you need to up your grilling game. You want to do a brisket this weekend, maybe a tri-tip or a picanha, they've got them. Chicken, pork, their fajitas are incredible. Beef ribs, pork ribs, English crosscuts, whatever you need. And you know you're going to need a bird here in a little more than a week. Make sure you get into Tri-County Meat Market. Well, I'm trying to think, when is Thanksgiving? It's not next Thursday. It's 2 weeks from today, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so you still have time maybe to order your bird. I have to check to see if they're sold out yet, because Tri-County Meat Market, they get a limited number of turkeys every year from Barber Farms in Colorado. They come between 8 and 24 pounds. Fresh, all-natural turkeys, never frozen. 2 weeks out, those birds, they're still living a great life on that Barber Farm over there in Colorado, but it's going to be your Thanksgiving dinner, and that will be the best bird you will ever have. But you got to reserve your turkey early. Pre-order your turkeys and your pies from the Ultimate Cheesecake Bakery, because they do sell out every year at either of the Tri-County Meat Market locations, on Ralph Fair Road or on Huebner, online at tricountymeat.com.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Friday on the Morning Huddle, Coach Mike McCarthy gets here early. You better be here, too.
And we preview the college football weekend and Spurs Lakers. All of that and more coming up at 6.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Morning 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Howdy, Ags. Andrew Monaco, the voice of the Aggies, inviting you to watch all A&M games at the Angry Elephant at 281 and Redland Road. Owned by Chip Ingram, class of 98, the Angry Elephant is known for their liberal cocktails at conservative prices and the best hot dog in Texas. Since 2012, the Angry Elephant's been the place to watch A&M, and this year is no different. Just down from the Big Blind, right next to the Rue Pub at 281 and Redland Road. The Angry Elephant. Like your bar, love your Aggies. Gig 'em.
Smoky Moe's Texas Barbecue, the best neighborhood barbecue in San Antonio, is now taking orders for Thanksgiving smoked turkeys and holiday parties. Hurry, their whole smoked turkeys sell out every year. Order a freshly smoked, perfectly seasoned turkey and add their delicious side dishes for your best Thanksgiving dinner ever. Having a holiday party? Let Smoky Moe's bring the food. Choose from their classic Texas barbecue to their special holiday catering menu. Order now at SmokyMoe'sBBQ.com or call a Smoky Moe's near you. Smoky Moe's, the pit is lit.
Hey, Manny Jr. here with Rock's Discount Vitamins. This holiday season, don't let those extra pounds sneak up on you. We have the largest selection of weight control products to help you stay on track. Boost your metabolism with our non-stimulant fat burners, or try Cuts, which helps your carbs work for you, not against you. With 12 locations across San Antonio, Rock's Discount Vitamins has everything you need to keep your diet in check this holiday season. Find us at rocksdiscountvitamins.com. We thank God and you for your continued support.
Do you have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider, 800-230-2777. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems, and if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-230-2777. That's 800-230-2777 for $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with. Call Big Lou at 800-230-2777. 800-230-2777.
George gets justice. At George Salinas Injury Lawyers, they don't just represent you, they fight for you. When life throws its toughest challenges, George and his team are there to get you the justice you deserve. And here's their promise: you don't pay unless they win your case. With a proven track record of success, they take every case personally. Call George Salinas Injury Lawyers today at 210-225-0909 or visit getgeorge.com. George gets justice. Getgeorge.com.
Jason Minix here from the Blitz for Underdog Fantasy, the place to play if you're a sports fan looking to win money while watching sports. And I love playing the Pick'em game at Underdog Fantasy, where you can win up to 1,000 times your money just by choosing higher or lower on player stats. Think basketball, think football. You can mix, you can match across your other favorite sports and leagues and win money watching sports. And this season, Underdog will be running a special promo or bonus almost every single day, like Profit Boost. Pump up your winnings in just a tap when you apply the boost to eligible entries. Discounts, you'll get adjusted projections on certain player stats to give you a better shot at the win, and they're basically a sure thing with their free picks. A player just has to get higher than 0.5 for that stat pick to win. All new users get a free pick. So download the app, sign up with promo code STAR, and deposit now to get up to $1,000 in bonus cash instantly. Promo code STAR. Must be 18 or over, present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
Choosing the right candidates for any office can be difficult.
My office has lots of drama.
I share my office. But no matter what kind of office you have, if you're hiring, you need ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter's powerful matching technology finds the most qualified candidates for your roles fast. So, for any kind of office,
I'm really going places in my office.
count on ZipRecruiter to find the right candidates for it. Try ZipRecruiter for free today at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Check engine light on? Take the guesswork out of your check engine light with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
What's on? 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the NFL. Monday night, Thursday night, and Sunday night football. Presented locally by Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe. I'm Jason. Just heard Big Voice Guy talking about Thursday night football tonight, and it's going to be a good one. Washington, Philadelphia, here on 94.1, brought to you by Flight by Yingling. If you haven't done it yet, make sure you get to sasportstar.com and get your picks in for the Pro Football Pick'em Challenge. Weekly winners get the gift card from Mellow Mushroom. End of the year, local grand prize winner, $1,000 worth of tickets from A Awesome Tickets.
Got my picks in.
Do you?
They're done.
Good.
Yep.
Me too.
Feel like I'm going to make a hell of a run this week.
Kind of feel that every week.
I'm going to make a hell of a run.
One of these weeks. While you're at sasportstar.com, you can register to win Cowboys tickets. I believe they're for Thanksgiving with the New York Giants.
Winnable game.
Winnable game.
Although
Winnable tickets.
Danny DeVito will be quarterbacking, I'm sure.
Yeah, maybe. Although, don't they have another quarterback they want to look at?
I have no idea.
They're in New York?
No clue. Maybe it's Bronny James.
It's possible. He can do everything.
Yes.
Just ask him. Or you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The old Bronny will quarterback. Since his dad won't let him play on the road.
They got Drew Lock on the roster.
Yeah, Drew Lock. Maybe they want to get a look at Drew Lock. And look, I mean, you can watch two dead men walking, and Brian Daboll and Mike McCarthy. I mean, they.
Wow. Give thanks.
All them fried turkeys, the hot seats. Exactly.
Woo.
Loser loses their job on that day.
Holy
I think that'd be great.
Wow, on
Forget
Thanksgiving.
the turducken.
On Thanksgiving.
Winner gets a pink slip, and I think for both of them, and they'd be like, thank God I don't have to do this for
kidding.
another, take all your money, go home, and reinvent yourself and get another job somewhere else and do the same thing.
Wow.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff. I know it's 5:46. A lot of people have been at work all day, and maybe you're stuck in traffic. You're driving home right now. I just want you to know today you survived a major earthquake here in San Antonio.
Really?
Because, yes. According to at least one TV news station on Twitter and their headline, San Antonio got rocked by an earthquake.
We're not going to say who it was?
News 4.
News 4.
News 4.
Yeah. Rocked by a hurricane or an earthquake.
Rock You Like a Hurricane is a good song.
It is.
Uh-huh.
So it was San Antonio, the city we had a
Well,
earthquake?
not really. In fact, when you go to News 4's website, the question, the headline says, "Did you feel it?" 3.7 magnitude earthquake rattles San Antonio Thursday afternoon, but then you find out it was actually southeast of Pleasanton. But you might have felt it in San Antonio. And again, the consistency. The consistency. KSAT just said 3.6 earthquake near San Antonio.
And Ken's didn't even bother.
Ken's didn't bother, at least not earlier when we were checking. MySA says rare 3.8 magnitude earthquake rattle San Antonio. So we've seen 3.6 to 3.8. Now, did start at 3.6, then it got upgraded to 3.7, apparently upgraded to 3.8. Then you read the article, and the effects of it would be as if you were standing and a truck passes by.
Well, I feel a little left out. I was not rocked or rattled today by this earthquake. I'm kind of feeling a little left out. No rocking, no rattling.
The day is still early, my friend.
Well, is there going to be another earthquake?
I mean, that's up to you.
Well, that's,
I mean, it's all about your legacy, is it not? I'm putting one on a tee for you.
Yeah.
Again, if you are getting off work and you've missed some things today, Mike Tyson, gearing up for that major fight tomorrow night against Jake Paul, was being interviewed by a 13-year-old girl named Jazzy. I don't know what outlet Jazzy was working for, but it was one of those kid reporter type things where
Nickelodeon?
Yeah, it didn't say Nickelodeon, and it wasn't Nickelodeon on her mic flag, so I don't know. But either way, she's 13. She's adorable, and she gets to interview Mike Tyson to hype up this fight.
Well, in your return to the ring for this fight, you are setting a monumental opportunity for kids my age to see the legend, Mike Tyson, in the ring for the first time. So after such a successful career, what type of legacy would you like to leave behind when it's all said and done?
Well, I don't know. I don't believe in the word legacy. I just think that's another word for ego. Legacy doesn't mean nothing. That's just some word everybody grabbed onto. Someone said that word and everyone grabbed on the word, so now it's used every 5 seconds. It means absolutely nothing to me. I'm just passing through. I'm going to die, and it's going to be over. Who cares about legacy after that? What a big ego. So I'm going to die. I want people to think that I'm this, I'm great. No, we're nothing. We're just dead. We're dust. We're absolutely nothing. Our legacy is nothing.
Well, thank you so much for sharing that. That is something that I have not heard before, someone say that as an answer.
Can you really imagine somebody say, I want my legacy to be this way when you're dead? Think somebody really wants to think about you? What's the audacity? I think, I want people to think about me when I'm gone. Who the cares about me when I'm gone? Well, my kids, maybe, or grandkids.
Life lessons with Uncle Mike.
She's 13, but her reaction.
Well, thank you so much for sharing that. That is something that I have not heard before, someone say that as an answer.
What a pro.
I'm 51. I've never heard anything like that before either. What a great answer.
Yes.
When I'm gone.
Oh, man. Vintage Mike Tyson right there. And props to the reporter.
Jazzy.
She was great.
That was awesome.
Yes.
Who the cares about me when I'm gone?
Nobody, Mike.
No,
nobody.
Not really. You know what we do every Thursday about this time?
The Blitz wants you to know what's on tap. Presented by Sam's Burger Joint.
We get you ready for the weekend. What's on tap? Brought to you by Sam's Burger Joint, online at samsburgerjoint.com, where you can get your tickets, see their entire calendar, their menu, They've got the Zach Walter Band tonight, Jeffrey Martin on Friday night, Saturday, the Bright Light Social Hour, Sunday, Robert Johnson, essay sessions with Rocky Athos. Sam'sBurgerJoint.com.
Hey, elsewhere tonight out of Green Hall, you've got the Ali Matisse Band. At the Charlene, I'm not sure what's there. Cyndi Lauper's at the Moody Center, however.
Wow.
And, yeah, Cyndi Lauper. How about that? Deborah Dia Giovanni is a comedian, apparently.
That's funny hearing you say her name.
Uh-huh. Deborah Dia.
Sean McConnell's at Green Hall on Friday night. Flora's Country Store has Gavin Adcock, the Spurs and Lakers on Friday at the Frost Bank Center. Radney Foster, good dude, playing at the Brontex Theater. Silverado is at Stable Hall at the Pearl. Creed in Three Doors Down at the Moody Center. Want to congratulate Michael. He was the one that won our Creed tickets on Instagram. Congratulations. You're going to go to the show. You'll hear from Nick in the morning with your tickets.
And of course, also on Friday night, you've got UTSA taking on North Texas. That should be a good one in the Alamo Dome. At Green Hall on Saturday night, you've got Sean McConnell will be playing out there. Flora's Country Store has Lee Bryce. Stable at the Stable Hall at the Pearl, Bob Schneider. You ever heard of Bob?
Yes.
Yeah, you have?
Yeah.
What's he do?
Sings.
He sings?
Yes.
He good?
You've never heard of Bob Schneider?
I'm sure I have.
You have.
I can't.
Yeah.
What, yeah, the Charlene McCombs Theater on Saturday night is Kathy Griffin. My life on the PTSD list, and she was very upset that Donald Trump won. So no telling what she's going to do on Saturday night. That's for sure. Paper Tiger, y'all out, boy.
Y'all out, boy?
Y'all out, boy.
Y'all out instead of Fallout, boy?
Well, it says y'all out, boy, here.
Hey, Pledge, you don't have on Friday, right? Isn't Jack White doing a pop-up show at the Paper Tiger tomorrow night?
Jack White?
Yeah, from White. I think it is.
You going?
From the White Stripes.
Yeah,
Oh,
White.
you got a
I got
game
football.
night. That's right.
What'd you just do, Saturday?
I did.
Well, because on our sheet it says Saturday UTSA North Texas. That's on Friday.
Well, that's why I said it was on Friday.
All right, good.
Are you listening?
So I'm doing
No,
Sunday.
apparently not. You are, yes.
All right, Sunday. Iron Maiden is at the Frost Bank Center.
How about that?
That's why we do this,
right?
I had no idea Iron Maiden was going to be in town on Sunday.
You going?
Well, I just really found out that they're coming. We'll have to check on that with my buddy John over at Awesome Tickets.
You're not going to say who's at Green Hall on Sunday night?
No.
It's Matt Kirk and the Wayfarers.
Wait, is Mariah Carey at the Moody Center? Or is she just doing Christmas music? That will suck.
It's that time of year.
Good. No, it's not. Christmas music after Thanksgiving at the very least. What's on tap brought to you
bah humbug
by
over here.
Sam's
Jeez.
Burger Joint online at samsburgerjoint.com. You know what else we do every Thursday about this time?
Grilling with the Blitz, presented by Tri-County Meat Market.
We judge meat. We tell you every week you're grilling, you're taking photos, you're putting them on Instagram, you're putting them on Facebook, you're putting them on Twitter. Upload them to the Grilling with the Blitz page at sasportstar.com because Reinagel loves to judge your meat.
I sure do.
And then we give away a $50 gift card to Tri-County Meat Market.
Good-looking brisket.
Absolutely. Charles submitted a brisket, and I know it's got to be good. One, he's got the test where you see how it's folding over your finger there, but he said Grills Giving Brisket. You know, CPS Energy does this event every year called Grills Giving, and it's a huge barbecue cook-off. He's on one of those barbecue teams. You know that was damn good. So congratulations, Charles. You win yourself a $50 gift card to Tri-County Meat Market.
Way to go.
Where do I
stick my meter? Yeah.
You should know by now.
I know where to stick it.
Mm-hmm.
There's a little hole in the trunk where it can go through. I don't remember that one. But hey, you know, you never know.
Backdoor cold front all of a sudden.
When you get hard up, you got to find a hole somewhere. Even a skinny one in the trunk.
Your wife is finally home. It hasn't been that long of a week. My goodness.
She's been gone 2 days.
Hey, we got movie tickets, right? Gladiator. to the screening. You want them? I'm nice. Caller 1, those tickets are yours. And Pledge has a show to get ready for.
Yeah, he does.
Hey, tomorrow morning, Mike McCarthy with Rob and AJ on the Morning Huddle, brought to you by AA Best Bail Bonds. We're back tomorrow at 2.
Writing 281 with the Blitz.
Forgive you,